Hi,
Yeah,
how you doing? Hey, hey,
hello.
hey, hey. Hey, 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 what's up? Here, let me put some music. Okay, now we're in.
Yay.
Great. So, I'm Aleph, Yomi, introduce yourself. People who are in my channel
Yeah.
already know me, I think.
Hello. I'm sorry I overslept. It's all my fault.
Yeah, I gave her 10 minutes to make some nuggies.
I had 2 alarms set and I still overslept. Ah, I hate my sleep schedule. Anyways, hello. I'm
Hello,
Yomi
hello.
Gardenia. I'm a ghost who died of laughter. And this is my son.
Technically. She mean
Yeah,
my model, yes.
technically.
Which I will not be using today because my PC is actually
Yeah,
dying. So, you know.
sadly.
We'll be doing
Universal
it.
Genshin Impact for sure. Maybe.
Maybe we'll talk about lore. So, I mean,
Yeah.
some characters have more lore than others. That's for sure. But yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Could we put a spoiler warning somewhere? Mm,
I mean, if we are gonna rate characters by their skills and story, I guess it's already implied there's gonna be spoilers.
yeah.
I mean, it all
So
depends on what is a spoiler. Like, there's some clear plot twist in the story, but we have to touch on characters like Bente and Zhongli. So yeah, I would say
yeah,
and
that's
Raiden
true.
Shogun.
Yeah,
So there's gonna be a bit of spoilers here. So yeah,
there's gonna be a bit of spoiler. Yeah.
yeah. So
But
anyway,
still,
still,
you still gotta introduce yourself.
yes.
Although this is your child. Probably everyone here knows you.
I mean, I'm Aleph Daimon, a dimensional traveler, and we're gonna rate and explain a bit of D&D 5e. Please tell Shangling and
Yeah.
Lover when you go over her. Man, Xiangling is gonna be a difficult character to raid. Actually, I think she's gonna be the one of the hardest to tell what
Yeah.
class is she gonna be because she can be lots of things.
Hmm?
So,
Indeed.
we need to take. By the way, hello everyone. Lina and Tetera. For now,
Hi,
people I see in
Lina
the
and
chat.
Tetera.
Hi, hi.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, today that's
Uh,
what we're gonna do. We're gonna be assigning D&D classes to Genshin characters, and yeah, wonder what everyone's gonna be. We're
I
gonna
got
talk about the classes and yeah, just try to teach it in a beginner friendly way.
yes. I do hope this works as an introduction to classes and how it works, and certainly a lot of more people know about Genshin Impact than to play D&D, most probably. So I would say people who want to play Genshin Impact related stuff and also D&D related stuff can kind of like combine both knowledges. And if you like, for example, Amber a lot, you can make a character like her in D&D.
Yeah, it's like I have seen a lot of people who play D&D who try to base their characters in characters they like.
Yes.
So I think this could be useful for that.
And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. I will always strive to make something a bit different, even if you take the core concept of a character you like, right? It's always to twist it a bit so you can make it your own. But there's nothing wrong on playing something similar to other characters in fiction.
Yeah.
Remember, the everything is written already in a way, so the best thing you can do is put reference of things onto things you do, and if people don't notice them, then they'll think it's really original, and that's actually true. That's actually really true. So yeah, it's time to learn about some D&D. Do you mind if I go away for just a second and close the light? Just give me
Yeah, no
yeah,
problem.
just give me a second.
Uh, as they always say, what matters is execution. Even if something is similar to something else or is highly based on something else, what matters the most is execution. So yeah, go for it.
Here we go.
And yeah, I hope this will be a good learning experience about D&D. This could be very interesting. Yeah.
This could be interesting. So we got
Let's just start.
some
There's
rules. We
yeah.
got some rules. So first rule we have to take in mind, visions are a bit like casting, okay? So we're not gonna base characters because there's like purely physical classes, right? We're gonna take that into account, and there's gonna be characters who are only gonna be physical as classes. We are taking visions as special magic objects. So
Yeah, show the second slide, like if
second
this
slide,
was a
right? About
PowerPoint
visions.
presentation.
Yes, there we
So
go.
yeah, about visions.
About visions. I didn't know that was in there. There we go. So all characters can be casters, right? So we're simply gonna change it a bit. And you know, we are not gonna take in consideration that a lot of characters have, let's say, just all can cast stuff or have elemental abilities. We're gonna leave that a bit to the side. We're gonna take it into account a bit, but it's not gonna be the core of the thing. Also,
we're gonna focus more on the fighting style.
Exactly.
Rather than the elemental abilities.
And kind of the personality and skills they have, right? So I think, as a disclaimer, people who know about D&D can of course differ or have a different opinion about this. So I would actually encourage to actually make your list. Maybe those lists will be maybe more accurate than mine, or we have some different opinions about it. So
there's always so many options, so go for it.
Also, we are gonna try not to put multi-classes. It's something I'm gonna really try not to do, okay? Because multi-classes, they narrow the options. Having multiple classes in a character, I don't think it would be the main thing, right?
Although I guess some of them are gonna need multi-classes.
Oh yes.
I'm looking at Albedo.
Yeah, Albedo is gonna be an interesting one, but we're gonna go first on the Traveler. And actually, I wanted to do this, but I want the Traveler to be the last character we do.
Okay.
Because I think the Traveler is probably the most difficult character to actually base.
I actually was thinking about it. I was like, what would the Traveler be?
Exactly. The Traveler is I have an idea, and it's probably gonna be Warlock, but we'll see about that.
Homebrew class.
Homebrew class, maybe. So Yomi did this list, by the way, so thank you, Yomi. These characters we're gonna take in account also Sara, Kokomi, and Raiden Shogun also, because they are gonna release soon. And we technically already know their kids, so it's gonna be we're gonna have these characters pinned down.
I'm really hyped. I really wanna roll for Sara.
Oh, I really want
Sara.
I really want Raiden Shogun, I understand.
I love Sara Genshin Impact. So yeah, let's start then.
Let's start with Albedo. So
my first thought when I think about Albedo, is obviously alchemist, because he's an alchemist. But I'm not sure if it fits his fighting style.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, if we think about alchemists, so sending Gatchalok over here, thank you to there. So
thank you.
When you think of an alchemist, you don't think of Albedo technically is an alchemist, right?
Yep.
But I think Sucrose fits better the Artificer class.
She uses potions, so
she uses potions and different experiments she's done. But Albedo actually is an expert in transmutation and magic. He's not. He uses the Arc of Chemia, which is the art of alchemy that was birthed in Khaenri'ah. Because her master Reindotir was a master of the art of Chemia back in the day in Khaenri'ah.
All right.
So Albedo, I don't think he would be a multi-class actually. Is there an artist class in D&D? You could actually play Artisans, good thing about things about art and stuff, instruments, etc. You can actually with a character learn different arts and things with different feeds or backgrounds. So we're
Yeah,
not
tools.
getting into
There's
that.
there's tool proficiencies. Like you
Yes.
can learn how to use certain tools regardless of your class. So that's one of the things that you can do to be an artist in D&D. Or maybe you can even, if you're an artist who makes, I don't know, paintings become alive, you could be a bard, for
For
example.
example, or even a wizard,
Yeah.
if you want
Yeah.
it that way, or a sorcerer actually, or a warlock. You can actually do it in
Yep.
a very wide range. So it's not about the artist thing because you can actually take a background for that. I think it would be more of the way he fights. So the way I see it, right? Albedo is a really powerful vision user in the sense of he has not much of a physical strength, but his strength lies in the creations he does. So that's why I would say he would be like a caster. For example, a wizard.
Wizard.
Yes.
A wizard.
He's a wizard.
Wizard.
Why a wizard? So, wizards are usually there are different types of casters, and I'm sure we'll go over all of them, okay? But wizard is the intelligence caster. He uses intelligence as his casting skill. And as we know, Albedo is a genius, and he takes a lot of things of his talents for granted because
Let me increase the font.
yeah,
so small.
So small. So the thing about Albedo is he would be a wizard. Hey Ashley, hello.
Yolaim.
And then if we go into the subclasses for wizard, we go to one which is actually really fitting for him in all the schools, which would be the there we go, School of Transmutation. Transmutation. If you go to the page blah blah of the Dungeon Masters or Player's Handbook, the first line we get into the School of Transmutation is, you are the student of spells that modify energy and matter. And that's basically what Albedo does. He is a transmutation wizard because he creates things from nothing. He creates things from chalk and earth. The flowers he does, I mean the normal skill he has, it's actually a flower he brings to life. The flower is actually alive. So it has to do with the alchemy and the sense of transmutation. It's all about the process. Also, transmutation wizards have a special item which is called the Transmuter Stone, right? And it's basically a Philosopher's Stones that let you have, for example, you can see in the darkness. You can give speed to the person who has the stone, resistance to different elements. So I think it really fits the thematic of Albedo being a genius in transmutation, and also like a heavy caster based character. Also, by the way, we're not gonna take in account some weapons. And by the way, wizards can use simple swords like short swords, so that actually would fit him. But that's actually the main thing. But yeah, in the sense that he's an artist, he could actually pick the Proficient Genius. Painter's tools, yeah. You can actually with feet gain like a lot of skills and proficiencies. So it's not a problem for him to be an artist or a genius in different stuff. So now we go to the background, and this is where it kind of gets a bit funny because he would fit a different one, don't you think?
Different one from what?
I mean, he could be, for example, not an archaeologist, but a sage.
Yeah, sage could work. I haven't read much on the backgrounds. I only always skim over them whenever I make a character. So
I mean, when you go into sage, you have different specialties. on
Yeah.
there's just reading over it. Alchemist, astronomer, discredited academic, librarian, professor, researcher, wizard's
Yeah.
apprentice, and scribe. So
That
these
could
are just
work.
examples that the player's handbook gives you. Yomi's so tiny. Yeah, I know. This is my channel, so Yomi's tiny.
No. This is so unfair.
It is.
Uh,
But you have to
if
put
you
up
want,
with it.
I can read the descriptions of the classes. Like, for example, Sage. Well, the background.
Sage background.
Said,
You spend years learning the lore
mm,
of the multiverse.
I was gonna read it.
Oh,
Okay.
you please you read it. I'm sorry. You read it. You read it. Yes, do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you spent years learning the lore of the multiverse. You scored manuscripts, studied scrolls, and listened to the greatest experts on the subjects that interest you. Your efforts have made you a master in your fields of study. So I think that could work. That could work.
Yes, that I mean that goes perfectly. He is a sage.
It
He's an alchemist
gives
after
you
all.
proficiency in Arcane and history, which, by the way, is what? Yeah, skills. Skills in D&D are basically the things where you roll a dice and then you get a number, and that number added to the number you have in your character in that skill, then that's your result, and that's how well you do in trying to do that thing.
Exactly.
So that means he would be a bit better at doing arcana and history related stuff, basically.
Indeed. So
It
yeah,
gives you also a bottle of ink and a quill, so yeah.
that works as equipment. So basically, that's the gist of it. But yeah, I think the background sage alchemist is like the best.
Yeah.
Best stuff. So, do you want to go on, or do you want to put on the justification? I don't mind if we go on if you want.
So, summary of the justification. Let's summarize it
Heavy
really
heavy casting based character. Like
heavy
he's a
character.
which studies heavy casting based characters. Yeah. That's why he's a wizard.
Can still use simple swords even if wizard.
Yep. Short sword.
And also not exactly an alchemist despite his job.
Oh, artificer. Put an artificer.
Artificer. In combat style despite his job.
Exactly.
I guess
he's definitely
he would
not
also
an
have
artificer.
alchemy tools proficiency, right?
Yes, I mean with feats you can actually get them. So yeah, painter tools and alchemy tools.
Was it alchemy tools or alchemy kit?
Alchemy kit, I think.
Yeah, alchemy kit. It's alchemy kit. There we go.
Okay. Now, now we go into the next character. I'm pretty sure everyone's been waiting for this. And what class is Amber?
I would say a fighter, right? Either a fighter or a ranger.
She's a ranger.
A ranger would fit, yeah.
She's an outrider knight.
Yeah.
She's a ranger. She's
actually
yep. Yeah, she's a ranger.
That screams ranger. That's true.
And you know which kind of ranger would she be?
Thunder, maybe?
She would be a Gloomstalker.
Oh, Gloomstalker! Oh my god!
Yeah, she's the kind of ranger that is actually kind of like a guardian of the forest and stuff. That's why we know her. That's why she comes to us at the beginning of the story and kind of gives us a tour, because she's a ranger of the woods and she's there. Remember, Amber was not there to protect us, but to keep an eye on us while we approached Mondstadt. It's quite different.
That is true.
Ranger with lots of power. In a way.
No, it's Amber accurate.
Yeah, I know. Still, rangers are really good now. Still, which I hope she evolves to as a good character over time. Maybe on her 5-star version at the end of the game.
Yeah, still, the Gloomstalker subclass is like the really
Powerful class, yeah.
sneaky, really sneaky ranger subclass. Like, Gloomstalkers are at home in the darkest places, deep under the earth, in gloomy alleyways and primeval forests, and wherever else the light dims. Most folk enter such places with trepidation, but a Gloomstalker ventures boldly into the darkness, seeking to ambush threats before they can reach the broader world. That's really dark. That's really dark. Also,
But
how do we justify the Bunny Baron?
I think it's actually explained. Glee helped her make explosives. Like she actually told her how to make explosives, so that's what Bunny Baron is. Clay just told her
Oh
how to
boy.
make bombs. And she uses the bombs because of
Oh
that.
no.
Yeah. I think the game justifies it like that, that actually Bunny Baron is just a bomb.
A bomb.
I mean, a vision bomb,
It
but still a bomb.
it is indeed a bomb.
That's how it justifies. So she could be Monster Slayer too, but Monster Slayer I think is like to like she it's kind of like the Witcher class for the ranger, you know, those gritty monster hunters and stuff.
Wouldn't the hunter also fit? Like, hunter is like the general ranger.
Hmm. Yeah. I
If the bunny
mean,
explodes every time and still comes back, isn't she a necromancer? Well, the bunny isn't exactly alive, so yeah, you can't just make a new one every time. It's magic.
yeah, I guess it's part of her vision. I mean, you know, you
Ah,
can choose to make a giant bird of fire like Diluc, or make a plushie.
make a plushie, yeah.
I-
Mm,
In either case, I think, I mean, if you go to Hunter, oh, look, read the description. I think actually, yeah, Hunter
yeah.
fits her better.
Yep, some rangers seek to master weapons to better protect civilization from the terrors of the wilderness. Members of the Hunter Conclave learn specialized fighting techniques wait, think I'm not pronouncing
For use
this well.
against most dire type.
For use against more dire threats, from
Exactly.
rampaging ogres to hordes of orcs, or towering giants and terrifying dragons. There you have it. Yeah, I think that fits. I think that
Now,
fits.
we need to remember that the ogres and orcs are our friends. We can change that to
So,
abyss people, which is actually also
these
friends,
people, that's true. Friends, but a bit not.
but it doesn't it has sick moves too? Yeah, that's true.
Friends to be. They are friends to be. They are gonna be friends to be.
At some point. Not
Yeah.
yet though. So yeah, I would say hunter. I would say hunter. She's a hunter. Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean,
She
being a gloom stalker would mean Amber turns invisible in the dark,
right. That's yes. It doesn't fit her. So yeah,
and she doesn't quite do that. She's
she
not
doesn't
that
quite do that.
sneaky.
No, not with Baron Bunny. So background. I do believe we have a background for her. Uh,
Hmm.
she could be either a folk hero or maybe
Yeah.
or a soldier.
Yes. There's also City Watch. Does City Watch
I think
work?
City Watch actually works better. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to read the first lines of a City Watch.
Yep. You have served the community where you grew up, standing as its first line of defense against crime. You aren't a soldier directing your gaze outward at possible enemies. Instead, your service to your hometown was to help police its populace, protecting the citizenry from lawbreakers and malefactors of every stripe.
That works perfectly for
There you
her.
have it. Yeah,
She
it actually
actually,
works.
yeah, actually it works a lot. I thought Amber was gonna be one of those really ambiguous backgrounds, but apparently not. So other
Yeah, other
details.
details can make bombs.
So I guess alchemy kit.
Alchemy kit, yeah.
She can make bombs,
Oh.
so...
What? No! What the... What? No.
What are you doing?
Why is this... It's not letting me go to the line underneath. There we go. Alchemy kit proficiency. There we go.
Indeed, that works.
I'm gonna shorten this a little bit.
It's a shame I can
There.
use. It's a shame I can use. Genshin Impact's music. It's a shame, but I can do much. She can magically turn into chicken legs.
Yes,
Well,
the magic arrow that turns birds into fried chicken.
Technically, Zhongli and Benti can also do that.
No. Don't take away the magic from. Don't take more things away from Amber.
Fair. So justification, we could say she's a, she's an outlander, so she's a ranger.
An outrider.
Yeah.
Yeah, outrider just screams ranger. What?
And exactly, outrider just
Yeah. We taught her to make bombs. There you have it.
Yep. I have to go back into that and see if that's true, but that's what I remember from the beginning of the game when Click came out, that she actually
probably taught her to make bombs.
Exactly, that's a disclaimer, probably. If my memory serves right.
Yeah. She could have learned from anywhere else. No matter where she learned from, the thing is, she knows how to make them.
That's true. I mean, Mondstadt is the city of alchemy. There's a lot of alchemists there. We haven't seen an alchemist in Liyue or in Azuma, for example.
Yeah, at least not so far.
At least for now. But yeah, so let's go into Ayaka, one of the newest characters.
Yay!
One of the cutest too. Ayaka is really easy.
Samurai.
She's a fighter samurai. I mean... Then again, she actually can work as a paladin too.
That could be too.
It depends on how we see things. She can... but... hello, Mafsio. What's up?
Hello!
She can work as a paladin, really.
Oh, it all depends on the fighting style in the end.
Yeah, I think her fighting style is not so much, not the one a paladin has. I think.
Yeah.
I think she's more of a samurai. You know, samurais, fighters are a class of, martial prowess and strength, and tanking and stuff like that. So I think that fits her because she's really good with a sword. But samurai is a special subclass because it gives you charisma. It lets you have history. It lets you have persuasion, and it lets you have different tools. For example, I think. Let me check. But samurai, if I remember correctly, lets you have elegant courtier. When you make persuasion checks, you can put your wisdom modifier. For example, that's a really good one if you're a samurai.
Yeah.
And you also gain.
Can walk on frozen water.
They can walk on frozen water. Ranger has these.
There's a spell that lets you actually walk on top of water.
Yes.
There is water walk.
Yeah, it's a level 3 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So technically, a lot of classes can walk on water.
On water.
Frozen or not.
I think mainly.
You could try to.
Mainly Ranger.
You could try to like.
Ranger and Wizard are the ones who have that spell, I think.
You could try to flavor the water walk in... I'm freezing the water. That's how everyone is walking on water. Yeah.
Also, a big interesting thing, a lot of cryo characters are based around physical strength. For example, Keia or Eula and Ayaka are based on not only physical damage, but they are very physical characters in that way. So yes, those characters, cryo characters, are probably gonna end up as martial classes. Just a heads up.
Yeah.
So yeah, fighter samurai gives you a lot of charisma based checks stuff, and you know
That's her.
it fits with her. She's a very charismatic young woman, and she's very courteous and very kind.
She's
And
very polite.
she's
Cute.
really polite. Too much for her own good. So
Also, she must have charisma because she dances.
she
can
dances.
dance.
She has.
She dances really well, so.
Yes, she can have the
Yeah.
performance skill, which I think it wouldn't be difficult if we go into the background. So
Performance skill.
first,
I think that the background, the first one that comes to mind is noble.
Noble is actually the perfect one. If you read just the first line, you'll actually like, yeah, that's Ayaka.
Let me read it. You understand wealth, power, and privilege. You carry a noble title, and your family owns land, collects taxes, and wields significant political influence. You might be a pampered aristocrat unfamiliar with work or discomfort, or a former merchant just elevated to nobility, or a disinherited scoundrel with a disproportionate sense of entitlement, or you could be an honest, hard-working landowner who cares deeply about the people who live and work on your land, keenly aware of your responsibility to them. I think that fits perfectly.
That fits her perfectly. She's a really polite heiress. Well, she's actually not a heiress because her parents died, so she's a noble.
Yeah.
She's actually a noble, a full-fledged noble. She understands all the power she has, and she tries to help people. I mean, she was the one who wanted to kind of, start all the stuff in Inazuma with the travelers. So, I think that actually works pretty well with her. She's a noble.
Yeah. And justification writing has a lot of charisma stat, which is something that samurai have.
Yes.
And samurai gives charisma. Yep.
Has a lot of charisma. Now.
Yep.
If we go into the next one, this one is also a bit tricky. Barbara is really, really, really tricky.
Really cleric, right? She's a cleric.
But she's also a bard.
She's definitely a cleric. That's true. She's also a bard. That's true. She's both.
She's both. She's actually both. She's actually
multi-class.
She's actually a cleric that heals with music. She's actually a bard.
I mean, I would say she's also still a cleric. She could at least have like some cleric levels because she's still a devote. She's still a devote to the
Barbatos.
Gods.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if we have to choose between cleric or bard, right? Bard, she's an idle nurse that splashes at foes. Exactly. So cleric is, the classic. By the way, just a disclaimer. Clerics are not healers in video games. Clerics actually can hurt a lot. They do a lot of damage, and they protect.
Clerics are scary.
Clerics are scary as fuck. So the main thing about clerics, right? The first things you have to think about clerics in D&D, they are not just your easy healers. They are not the classic "ooh, I'm really weak" cleric that I die on one hit. Clerics can actually get you by just get their hand into their neck and actually just make your head explode. And that's actually a spell. That's actually what was it called?
Yeah, I don't remember. There's inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds. Yes.
Wounds?
Yeah, it's that inflict wounds.
Yeah. Literally, it's a spell that is hurt.
Yeah.
It's a spell that's literally I hurt.
Exactly. So clerics are not only I heal. You can make them like that. There's actually subclasses that help you with that. But they are absolutely terrifying if they decide to go fucking nuts on you. It's amazing. That's why playing healers in D&D is really fun, because you decide if people die or if people live, but not only by healing. Yeah. Also by like really powerful magics. Also, you can sometimes call to your sugar daddy or mommy to give you stuff. Sometimes.
That is true. like the liar.
Yeah. So, for example, she also would be a bard. I would say her main class would be cleric, though.
Yeah, I think I have an idea of what subclasses she could have. I think she
Mhm.
could be life domain for
Yes,
cleric and
definitely.
glamour bard for bard.
Yep, definitely. Those are
You're
classes that
right.
fit her.
And
Life
glamour.
domain, just to put it, make a brief summary. Life domain is basically
It is the healer cleric.
it is a healer cleric. Is the one that has a lot of spells that heal, revive, help the dead, stuff like that. So that fits her a lot. And glamour bard, you're the bard expert here.
Yeah, the bard expert here. Ha 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 ha. Glamour bard is basically the bard that is, look at me. I'm beautiful. I'm the best. That's basically what glamour bard is. It's the bard that gains power from being looked at,
An extra.
being an extra. Yes.
So yeah, she
Still
would
have one chicken nugget. Let me eat this chicken nugget.
eat the nuggy.
Mm.
So yes, by the way, bard is not only I touch music and shit happens. Okay, bard are caster class. They are charisma class. Or they use charisma as their spellcasting skill. It would be easier to look at you if you were bigger. Now Yomi stay small.
No.
So bards not only can be musicians, they can be a lot of things. They can be poets, they can be writers, there can be a lot of if it's an artistic skill or something that makes you think, can soothe people or inspire them, that actually works. You can be just a poet, for example, and not sing or say stuff. You can use rhymes, you can use drums, you can use whatever you want.
Or you can use perfume.
You can use perfume like Mayora, yeah.
I love her so much.
And
Yeah.
there's a lot to mix and match in the subclasses you can get. But you can actually go really edgy, for example, with the swords, with the College of Swords and the College of Whispers. Okay, you can play with shadows and weapons, so you can actually make a rascal poet that uses swords and is a master swordsman, for example, and also knows how to use magic. They are really fun class, but
Bards are the best. I love them so much.
bards are really cool. Someday I'll play a bard.
They're really, really creative class.
Yeah, they look like really fun to play. So
also, but the background, I think it's acolyte.
acolyte
is
acolyte. Do you want to read the first lines?
Yep. You have spent your life in the service of a temple, the specific god or pantheon of gods. You act as an intermediary between the realm of the holy and the mortal world, performing sacred rites and offering sacrifices in order to conduct worshippers into the presence of the divine. You are not necessarily a cleric. Performing sacred rites is not the same thing as channeling divine power, but I think that still works.
That still works, yes.
The logic part makes you an attorney.
That's actually true.
That's
The College of Logic actually makes you an attorney, like literally an attorney. It's actually really cool.
Does that mean that Yanfei isn't
She's a bard? Yes. Well, technically it's called the College of Eloquence, but yeah, we'll get to Yanfei. But yeah,
she's at the end of the list.
She's actually at the end. So other details. I don't know what details give her.
We don't really need to add details there.
Yeah. Okay.
And justification, well, it's pretty.
Just put performance skill and.
Idle none.
Exactly, idle none.
Idle none justifies everything. Cleric and bard, that's it. Is idle none.
Idle none. There you go.
Okay, best girl, Beidou.
Beidou.
What is Beidou? I love her so much.
I'll kind of let you choose. Let's see what you come up with. I have something in
mean,
mind which can work. So
I haven't thought much about it, but I guess some sort of fighter could work.
okay,
There's a sailor.
there's a sailor background
The,
and a
there's
pirate
sailor
background.
background. That's true. Yeah.
I think.
Let me see. Let me see.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
What do
Rogue?
you think?
No, she would not be a rogue. She's a very in your hand, in your face pirate that goes and actually kicks you. She's
Yeah, the thing is that
actually.
rogues are very sneaky, and Beidou is not sneaky at all. She
It is
uses a
not Nikki.
giant sword.
Yeah, she's
See,
a giant sword. She's not a. She's not.
I'm thinking about the counters and the shields. She uses a lot magic shields, but I guess that would be a vision thing.
That's a vision
About the
thing.
fighting style, she's a very heavy attacker. I know I'm a Beidou main.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hmm.
She's a very tanky character. She would
She
be
is.
very tanky. Could she be a barbarian, maybe?
I don't see. I don't see her too much as a barbarian.
Nah.
I see her more actually as a, for example, a champion, fighter champion.
Fighter champion. Yeah.
But because in Beta's story, you had the whole thing how she gained her vision, where she was like going for a sea monster, and what was like 5 days after that thing, and she actually killed him on the
Yeah.
last day without sleeping, and she got off the head of the beast, and it's actually like a really interesting story in Liyue. Actually, she's a modern hero, so
That's true. The archetypal champion focuses on the development of raw physical power honed to deadly perfection. Those who model themselves on this archetype combine rigorous training with physical excellence to deal devastating blows. Yeah, that would fit. That would fit.
that would
It
fit.
gives you improved critical, which makes your criticals work on both 19 and 20 of dice rolls. And yeah.
Is alcoholic a class? No, every character can be alcoholic.
Every character can be alcoholic. It's not class restricted.
I was gonna say brute.
Yeah.
Also, brute could also work, but I don't see it exist anymore for some reason. I don't find it at least. She could also be a brute.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
Oh, it's on the UA thing, right? Because it's not a released
Yeah.
class.
Brutes are simple warriors who rely on mighty attacks and their durability to overcome their enemies. Some brutes combine this physical might with tactical cunning. Others just hit things until those things stop hitting back.
That could also work.
That
Do you?
could
Can you give me the
could work.
link on
I
Discord?
can give you the link.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. There's the link.
Because I can
So,
find
the
it.
thing
It's weird.
The thing is, I think it would be more like brute.
Yeah, she's a
It
brute.
would be brute because she does a lot of damage instead of depending more on critical hits. Because champion depends more on critical hits.
Exactly, that's
It's
true.
more a class that improves your critical hits. So
Yeah, I think brute would be better.
brute would be better. It's just hit hard, hit hard,
Hit hard.
hit
Yeah.
hard, and hit harder. Yeah.
I really like brute as a class.
Brute.
And it's also
And,
I think brute is like the half barbarian class for Factor 2. She kind of fits her. She's not a full barbarian, but she's a really strong,
Yeah. She's really cool. I love her a lot.
She's really cool.
Yeah. And about background, it would be pirate.
Pirate.
There's pirate slash sailor background, which are mostly the same with different flavors.
I would say she's a
yeah.
pirate because she started as a pirate and now technically is a buccaneer. A pirate that works for the government because they are paying them.
Yeah.
So I think that works the best. Let's remember the background is kind of in the past of the character, right? So it's the past of the character in a way. So we need to think that Beidou was a pirate and eventually just ended up working as a mercenary for the government.
Actually,
and a merchant.
I'm thinking about that. I think buccaneer wasn't the term. I think it was corsair.
Corsair,
corsair
yes.
is the term.
Corsair, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was corsair. Yeah.
Yep.
She's technically a corsair. She works for money for the government to hunt other stuff in the sea or protect Liyue.
So yeah.
Other
Hit
details?
really hard.
Hit really hard, strong.
She's strong. Shields are a vision thing.
Yep.
There we go.
Now, Boken the Boken or Boy Bennett.
Bennett,
Technic-
fighter, right? I don't know. I haven't used Bennett at all, actually.
I mean,
but I haven't used him at all.
He's an adventurer, so he could be like fight. He could actually be fighter man.
Yeah, fighter man. He looks like a fighter to me.
He looks like a fighter. He is a fighter.
Yeah. So do we put more fighter in the fighter? That would be...
I'm thinking that maybe... I think I have an idea. The thing is...
He heals. Oh, he heals.
Yeah, Bennett heals, but I mean, by that sense, Sayu also heals and Diona also heals. But Sayu would be a rogue because she's a ninja. So we're not taking the skills of... healing and stuff into their classes. We're not taking magic of the visions into classes.
Yeah, the healing could be part of the vision. I'm gonna note that.
Yep, that would be healing would be part of the vision.
Part of the vision.
I mean, technically, Jan also heals, and there's a lot of healers, but not necessarily they are.
Jan would probably be a paladin, though.
Who? Jin is also a paladin. Yeah, Jin is a paladin, definitely. But for example, Sayu is a ninja and has a lot of sneaking and all that stuff. But
that's true.
But she's a healer technically, so rogues don't heal. So and she's not a cleric. She's not devoted to a god or a paladin.
What's that spell? What's that spell that sometimes we use in Azure 1? Silvery uses it a lot. That spell that heals in an area. That can heal in an area. That's what Jin is using.
Let me check Paladin spells. Yeah, that's actually the one she's using.
The same thing. It's literally the same thing.
Yeah, it's actually the same. I think it was a 3rd level out of vitality.
Out of vitality, yeah. That's what Jin is using.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually her Hirogi.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't see Bennett as a as a paladin. Or he could be a paladin.
He could be a paladin.
There's a paladin that actually kind of fits him. Paladins, by the way, paladins, as always, are if you think of paladin, you can see a guy or a girl in an armor, right? You see a person on an armor, shield, sword. They hit, they heal. That's paladin. Okay, they are like massive buffers. The hero paladin gonna get super suyo. Yep. Actually, paladin has an oath, and paladins work with oaths. Okay. Paladin has like a street code. Remember, paladins don't have to be good. There also exists paladins that can be evil or neutral. It all depends on the oath you have. So the next time you think of a paladin as someone who is purely good, remember that's not the case. Okay, you can make a paladin chaotic good depending on his oath.
In the end, D&D is not based on stereotypes. You can, once you start looking at the classes, you realize that there's so many different flavors for every single class.
Exactly.
And most of them deviate from these stereotypes. And that's really interesting.
It's like Pop-Tarts.
Then it has an oath of Boken the Boken.
So there's an oath subclass for Bennett that would work really well. And that's the Oath of Glory. Want to read the description? Because you'll see.
Yeah, I'm eating a nugget. Hold on.
Didn't you finish them?
No, they still haven't. Still had half a nugget. Wait. Okay, there we go. So, Paladin Oath of Glory. Paladins who take the Oath of Glory believe that they and their companions are destined to achieve glory through deeds of heroism. They train diligently and encourage their companions so they are all ready when destiny calls. That's literally the protagonist Paladin.
It's the protagonist Paladin. It's actually the anime protagonist
Yeah.
Paladin. And the Tenets
This
of
guy's
Glory.
a Paladin.
He's a Paladin. He's an Oath of Glory.
Look, the Tenets of Glory. These are the oaths that the Paladin of Glory usually follows. So, actions over words. Strive to be known by glorious deeds, not words. Challenges are but tests. Face hardships with courage and encourage your allies to face them with you. Hone the body. Like raw stone, your body must be worked so its potential can be realized. And discipline the soul. You must marshal the discipline to overcome failings within yourself that threaten to dim the glory of you and your friends. It's literally, the hero paladin.
She's the hero Paladin. It actually fits Elaine, but Elaine can cast magic, so she stays as a fighter. But yeah, basically, for those who don't know about Bennett's backstory, a bit of TLDR, he was gonna fucking die. He actually, I think he fell off from a cliff while adventuring. And you know, let's remember that Bennett is a 15-year-old kid. O sea, I mean, he's a kid. But he was gonna go die without regrets because he died doing the things he likes the most, which is adventuring. But then the fire vision appeared on his wound and actually healed him. The fire vision.
And healing is definitely a vision thing.
Yep. Healing is definitely a vision thing, but you know, paladins can also heal and hurt a lot. And Bennett is kind of like a healing, buffing guy, so why not? He could be he was gonna get isekai from the isekai, kinda. So yeah.
Isekai from the isekai. Oh no.
So, background.
So, the background. Folk hero? Could folk hero work?
Folk hero works really well.
But the way he got his powers isn't like glorious or anything. Like usually there's a defining event in the folk hero's life.
Right.
That's like that makes them a hero. Like for example, the ones that are here. So I stood up to a tyrant's agents, or I saved people during a natural disaster, stuff like that. Or I stood alone against a terrible monster. So yeah. Folk hero could work in like, you know, energy wise, but I don't know what other background could work.
I think there's not another background that works for him. There's not like a adventurer, you know?
I guess you can just ignore the defining event thing and just look, description says, you come from a humble social rank, but you are destined for so much more. Alright, the people of your home village regard you as their champion, and your destiny calls you to stand against the tyrants and monsters that threaten the common folk everywhere. This is like a protagonist background. This is definitely a protagonist background.
I mean, Bennett
doesn't fit him that much, but
Bennett is made to be I mean, not a protagonist, but he's made like to be this very Genki hero guy that, you know, he's learning the ropes, but he's gonna get strong someday. I think it fits him really well.
An adventurer to the T.
Yep. I think he fits him well. Hero folk works.
Yeah. So, do we live in folk hero?
Folk hero I think is the best, yeah.
We can look at the proficiencies and stuff. In the end, you don't have to, like, take the backgrounds 100% to the rules.
Exactly.
Because, you know, you can add your own flavor. What matters in the end is not the things that are written as, you know, backstory things, but if you don't want to, you know, break the balance, what matters is the things that it gives you, the proficiencies, the equipment, sometimes stuff like that, and you can just take those and paint your own flavor on the rest.
Yeah.
You know.
As other details, I would say he would have a lot of survival.
Yeah. Look, skill proficiencies. There's animal handling and survival.
Yeah.
And tool proficiencies. One type of artisans, tools, and vehicles. I cannot believe Bennett can drive.
Broom. I mean, do we count
Vroom,
the
vroom.
do we count the wings,
That's true.
the gliders? Do we
It's a
count the
land. It's a
gliders?
land vehicle. It's a land vehicle. And
Oh,
I guess
well, Genshin is a bit different in that sense.
Genshin is a bit different. Yeah, Genshin is different. So,
So, Chongyun.
Song Yoon. Ah, I have no idea what he would be. He's an exorcist,
He's a cleric.
but he's a cleric.
Of course.
Yeah,
He's an
a
exorcist.
cleric. He's a cleric.
Yeah. He doesn't look like one, but he's a cleric.
Doesn't look like one. He's a cleric, but doesn't he kind of also? I mean, he fights with a giant sword, right?
Yes, I mean clerics can use swords.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I'm thinking on
So-
the domains, and I think he would actually be a grave cleric, a grave domain cleric.
Yeah, I from what I remember, it's like spirits are so scared of him that they don't dare approach him.
Yep.
That's why he's an
We-
exorcist.
We actually got two grave clerics in the game.
No, that's interesting.
We'll get to the other one because it's one of the first I thought when I was thinking about this, the whole list
Yeah.
we were doing. I think he would be a grave. Wanna read the grave?
Because of the grave watch over the line between life and death. Though these deities, death and the afterlife are a foundational part of the multiverse working. To resist death or to desecrate the dead's rest is an abomination. Deities of the grave, well, deities of the grave.
Deities of the grave.
D&D stuff.
It counts Hades, Anubis, and Osiris for the real world, kinda.
Followers of these deities seek to put restless spirits to rest, destroying the undead wherever they find them, and ease the suffering of dying creatures. Their magic also allows them to stave off a creature's death, though they refuse to use such magic to extend a creature's lifespan beyond its mortal limits.
It kind of works.
Yeah, moving it to Genshin setting, I guess it works, and it lets you see undead. You gain the ability to occasionally sense the presence of the undead, whose existence is an insult to the natural cycle of life. I think I know who the other grave cleric you were thinking about is.
Yeah, it's Kutao.
It's Kutao, right?
It's Kutao.
Yeah.
Kutao is literally a grave cleric. That doesn't heal. She doesn't heal. She's a pure, she's a pure, Chongyun is one of those very defensive clerics, the ones that pick magic, the circle of protection, and all that, bless and all that stuff to protect the party. And Kutao is just going with the, look, I don't have a single healing spell. Exactly.
Oh no.
She's one of those. We can give him
background.
Background is gonna be difficult.
Yeah.
I know he comes from a family. He comes from a noble family of exorcists. So I don't know if noble or maybe we could go.
I have no idea. I really have no idea.
He's really difficult.
There's inheritor too, but that's like inheriting an object or something of great value.
He kind of inherits his power from family, the one to repel evil spirits.
Look, I can read the inheritor background.
Yeah.
You are the heir of something of great value, not mere coin or wealth, but an object that has been entrusted to you and you alone. Your inheritance might have come directly to you from a member of your family by right of birth, or it could have been left to you by a friend, a mentor, a teacher, or someone else important in your life. The revelation of your inheritance changed your life and might have set you on the path to adventure, but could also come with many dangers, including those who covet your gift and want to take it from you by force if need be.
Yep. I think if we take the whole thing that inheritor doesn't give you a physical thing, if it's the family's power of Chongyun, which is the whole positive energy aura that he has, so spirits cannot get close to him. I think that can count. If we mix it a bit, we can put that on justification that we just need to.
Yeah.
We just need to like
Inherit.
change it a bit, but it works. If I was a DM, I
Yeah.
would be okay with it.
You are a DM though.
Yeah, I am DM, so. Oh, other details we need to
Inherit.
put. He has martial proficiencies.
Oh yeah, martial proficiencies.
Inheritor
Martial
of
proficiency with heavy weapon. Well, with martial proficiency.
martial
That's true.
proficiency. Yeah.
This martial proficiency gives you proficiency in all martial weapons. Yeah.
There we go. FXD.
Yeah.
So, Dialogue is actually one of my the ones I
Hmm.
was most hyped to review because I really like Dialogue. What do you think it is? I actually thought about this a lot. But
Kinda looks like a paladin too. Right?
Yeah, he's a paladin. Vengeance,
He's a
actually.
paladin.
He's a vengeance paladin.
Paladin of vengeance. That's true. He's absolutely a paladin of vengeance. He's like, I'm gonna destroy all of the abyss.
All of the Fatui and the Abyss. He's Batman. He's fucking Batman.
He's Batman,
But I
paladin
know
of
what's Batman.
vengeance.
Sadly, he's Batman, right there. He's Batman. So he would be a paladin of vengeance. So if we read the Paladin of Vengeance,
Batman, I'm gonna destroy all of the abyss and Fatui.
exactly, and it can get more vengeance than they killed my father, so I must avenge
Yeah,
him. So
you can get more vengeance. You can get more vengeance than that.
exactly. So
Yeah.
when I read the Oath of Vengeance, so
Yeah, lots of vengeance. Although I think we should maybe speed up because otherwise we aren't gonna have enough time to review everyone.
I mean we can do it in 2 parts if you're okay with it. I don't mind.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Paladin Vengeance. So, Paladin of Vengeance. Oh god, I'm gonna feel like you're Paladin of Vengeance reciting the tenets of vengeance. So, fight the greater evil. Faced with the choice of fighting my sworn foes or combating a lesser evil, I choose the greater evil. No mercy for the weak. Ordinary foes might win my mercy, but my sworn enemies do not. By any means necessary, my qualms can get in the way of exterminating my foes. And restitution if my foes wreak ruin in the world, it is because I failed to stop them. I must help those harmed by their misdeeds. Yeah.
He's a vengeance paladin.
Yup. And the background, I guess noble could work too.
Noble could,
right?
yeah, he's noble. He's noble.
He's noble. He has the winery. Every time I go to the winery, I think, I wish I could steal those grapes.
You're a little grape stealer. You're a little grape stealer, huh, Yomi?
Yes. I want to steal those grapes. They look really nice.
You're nice.
They have a nice
You're a nasty winery stealer, huh?
A nasty winery steal.
The nasty.
Thief.
The nasty.
Stop that.
you are the nasty grape gremlin, huh?
Grape gremlin. Anyways.
Also, he has Jack Final Fantasy vibes. Yes, definitely.
That Final Fantasy vibes.
I'm gonna kill chaos on the Temple of Chaos in the world of chaos.
Oh my god.
Be original.
So,
So,
Diona.
Oh, the end is gonna be difficult.
Could Diona be an Arcane Archer, maybe?
No, I think Ganju is an Arcane Archer.
Right.
I think Diona is an Artificer.
Artificer.
So the thing about Diona, she's really good at making drinks, but she wants to make alcoholic beverages taste really bad, so people don't drink them. But I kind of see it like she has so much proficiency in making them that it's impossible for her to make a bad drink.
Yeah, she always rolls high. She's cursed. Her dice are cursed.
Exactly. I think she would be an Artificer. Artificer is a class based around making inventions and magic items that help your party or actually hyper buff yourself if you want to go greedy. But it's actually a class which is my favorite. It's a really fun class that lets you be really creative with how you do things.
Yeah.
And I think Artificer, she technically would be an alchemist. She's playing
An
5 teachers with
alchemist.
Monopoly pieces. Yes, I think she would be
Like
an
for,
alchemist.
I mean, yeah, Artificer is the class that you're not exactly using magic, but you are using items that you have made to cast that magic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For example, the healing aura she has, with the ult when she throws the cocktail and also does a bit of damage. That could be, that she throws a cocktail, so that can actually be the excuse of, casting magic with an ultimate. It works. She's technically not an alchemist, like
Yeah, not an alchemist in the sense of the word, but
no.
in the sense of the mechanics.
Exactly. So now we go to backgrounds.
Well, what would her background be? Not in the sense of the word, but there we go.
Perfect.
So her background, is there any
She technically comes from a hunter. She technically comes from a hunter family.
Yeah.
Maybe clan crafter.
Clan crafter.
Let me check the details of this one. I haven't watched this one. Stout folk and working their hard work.
This is more of a crafter background.
Yeah.
It's a bit hard. This one's a bit hard.
She's hard. Her background is hard.
If there was like I don't know, a tavern background or hunter background in general.
We need more backgrounds.
We need more backgrounds. We can leave her background empty for now.
See.
We can think of something.
Now.
So yeah, Eula.
Oh boy,
Eula looks like a paladin too to me.
We could go with Paladin of Redemption. Because the whole thing is she kind of wants to redeem herself, but she's too tsundere.
I don't know much about her. I only know her backstory from like very general sense. I know her family had like a bad reputation because she's like a descendant of the tyrant
and a lot of stuff.
She's like a descendant of the tyrant that had, been controlling Mondstadt in the past and stuff like that. So now they bully her for it, stuff like that. And she has no money. I also remember that.
Yeah, so if you can you read the tenets of redemption? You'll see. I think she fits her. So the thing is, the Lawrence, the family still exists, and they are like really pompous little assholes. Okay. And she has been like chastised because she went onto the city watch. She went into the Knights of Favonius, but the people of Mondstadt still doesn't kind of believe her. So she's in a middle place where only the Knights of Favonius know that she's really like a normal person, right?
Yeah. Yeah, look, the Oath of Redemption sets the paladin on a difficult path, one that requires a holy warrior to use violence unless a last resort. Paladins who dedicate themselves to this oath believe that any person can be redeemed and that the path of benevolence and justice is one that anyone can walk. Let's see. Let's read the oaths. So the oaths are: peace. Violence is a weapon of last resort. Diplomacy and understanding of the paths to are the paths to long-lasting peace. Innocence. All people begin life in an innocent state, and it is their environment or the influence of dark forces that drives them to evil. By setting the proper example and working to heal the wounds of a deeply flawed world, you can set anyone on a righteous path. Patience. Change takes time. Those who have walked the path of the weak must be given reminders to keep them honest and true. Once you have planted the seed of righteousness in a creature, you must work day after day to allow it to survive and then flourish. And lastly, wisdom. Your heart and mind must stay clear, for eventually you will be forced to admit defeat. While every creature can be redeemed, some are so far along the path of evil that you have no choice but to end their lives for greater good. Any such action must be carefully weighed and the consequences fully understood. But once you have made the decision, follow through with it knowing your path is just. Follow through with it knowing your path is just. Yeah.
I think she's all about truth and like justice. So yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
it kind of
fits
fits
real
her,
well.
but it's like the oaths are for herself.
Yeah, she's kind of like, do not be evil, do not be like your family. She's watching constantly, you know, herself. She's constantly watching herself not to fuck up and, you know, become
Yeah,
the
the
thing she
background,
hates, like her family.
the background would be noble too, I
Yeah,
guess.
she would be noble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, she is. So.
Oh yeah, just justification. The redemption wolves are mostly for herself.
Yep. So official is really easy.
Arcane Archer.
No.
No.
She's a warlock.
Warlock. I completely forgot about warlocks.
So she might not be a warlock like mechanic. She's a warlock mechanically, but not because, you know, she has Oz and she depends on familiars. I think she would be a raven, queen warlock.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
We are classifying Genshin Impact characters into D&D classes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chain boon. Yeah, with a chain boon, exactly. So basically, how warlock works, okay? You got a sugar daddy or mommy or entity that gives you powers, and these are kind of like not really casters, but kind of casters in the way that they have like really powerful magic, but it lasts really. It's really short span magic. So you throw a pair of spells and you know, you don't have more spells until you rest, but you get them back when you rest. So they are like really interesting casters where they can, in situations they can be really underpowered, but on other situations they can be really overpowered because they don't need to rest. They just go. They can keep going all the time. So it's really interesting.
I don't believe I forgot about Fischl being a warlock when she's literally the Tuni. She's the Tuni view of Genshin Impact, and warlock is the most Tuni view class.
That's true.
There is.
Also, have we played Genshin Impact together on stream? No, because if I open Genshin Impact on Discord,
I haven't.
If I open Genshin Impact with Discord open, my PC explodes. I can only play Genshin Impact at night with only Genshin Impact open, so the PC doesn't overheat. It's really it's really sad.
Aleff's PC is going through really hard times.
Yeah, but when I fix the computer, Yomi from time to time does Genshin Impact streams.
Yeah.
And I really wish I could stream them. You know, do some Genshin Impact streams. Sadly, I can, but if I get the new computer, I hope soonish. I just hope. I would actually make some Genshin Impact streams because I really love it. Can it run on your phone? No way.
Oh boy.
No way it can run on my phone. It's impossible.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be doing a Genshin Impact stream next week. Probably gonna be playing with Witch and also rolling for Sarah. That's what I'm gonna do.
Hell yeah. I'll be there watching.
I wanna roll for Sarah. I love Sarah Genshin Impact.
So, let's go with the background.
Yeah, background. I think she was from a rich family, right?
She's from a rich family. By the way, her name is Amy. not official.
Yeah.
She's from a rich family. Well, they are not rich actually, Yomi. They are adventurers
Oh.
from the
Oh,
Adventurers Guild.
adventurous.
Yes,
Right.
they actually work for the Adventurers Guild, and since she was like alone in her house a lot of times, she actually read a lot of books when she was little while being alone. That's where she got the whole Chunibyo
Name.
thing.
Yeah. And the name Fischl, I think it was the name of an adventurer she really liked from her stories.
Yeah. And she won her vision when their parents confronted her about this fabricated world of hers. Because she couldn't accept it, she actually, the Archon, because electrovisions are given by trauma, which is really interesting.
That's so nice.
Well, Bal do
Oh,
be like
God.
that, I guess.
God damn it.
But yeah, she got the trauma and she realized she was alone. So the vision gave her a friend, which was us.
Yeah. A bird.
A bird.
She has a bird friend now. So, yeah. I don't know what background she would be.
Maybe folk
To be
hero.
honest, folk hero.
She's known as a very good adventurer
Like
in
Bennett.
Mondstadt. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
true.
an adventurer like him.
Could work as him in the similar way to Bennett.
Yeah. They actually technically work together in the Adventurers Guild.
That's true. Yay, folk heroes banding together.
Exactly. That's the most anime
Yeah.
that's the most anime you can get, you know?
Yeah. So then there's Ganyu. Ganyu, we mentioned something about Ganyu. Arcane Archer, right?
Oh, I'll put justification crows.
Oh yeah.
Crows.
Crows. Cow.
So Ganyu, I think she would be a fighter.
Oh.
Yeah, she would be a fighter Arcane Archer.
Ah.
You okay?
Yeah. I was just doing a crow sound.
So I was kissing another bird just now. I'm glad that bird didn't die, not fake news. I mean,
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad the bird was okay.
Yeah.
So, Arcane Archer. They are basically fighters who use bows. A lot of bow users, like people usually assign ranger to bow users, but actually fighters can also be bow users because they can use all the weapons basically.
Fighters can use. Go ahead, finish.
Yeah, Arcane Archers are basically the archers that use magic with their arrows.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Not spells, but magic. It's a bit different.
Yep.
But yeah, usually people think ranges are more for bows and stuff, but you can actually play ranges with daggers, short swords, or other weapons, which, you know.
Yep.
But let's remind everyone, fighters are the specialist on weapons. They are really good with different weapons and using every weapon in their arsenal. So you can be like, a fighter is a melee thing, and suddenly the brute gets a bow and actually just starts shooting you through a rock, you know? They can do that. They can actually do that. It's crazy.
Oh boy.
So yeah, fighters, remember, can also use guns, at least in my campaigns. That is a different story.
That's true. There's a homebrew subclass of fighters that's the gunslinger. I think it was made by Matt Mercer.
Yep.
And yeah, it's
really
good. It's really good.
It's a really interesting class.
So background. What would her background be? I don't know if there's any background that completely fits her.
I mean, she did work in the war with Morax and Shao, but I think she did not have like a super important role in it, like Shao, for example.
I have no idea what she would be background wise. Faction agent? Nah, probably not.
I mean, she could be a courtier. If you read the courtier.
Oh, courtier.
Yeah, read the courtier. You'll see. I think that works well.
Let's see. In your earlier days, you were a personage of some significance in a novel court or bureaucratic organization. You might or might not come from an upper class family. Your talents, rather than the circumstances of your birth, could have secured you this position. You might have been one. Well, this is just
Yeah,
D&D lore.
but yeah, it's
Uh,
basically you work on the card or on bureaucratic stuff. So I think
yeah,
it kind of works for her.
that fits her. That fits her.
Yeah, she's
Because
actually
the thing is, with
Ning Wang's secretary.
yeah, even if you are no longer a full-fledged member of the group that gave you your start in life, your relationships with your former fellows can be an advantage to you and your adventuring comrades. You might undertake missions with your new companions that further the interest of the organization that gave you your start in life. In any event, the abilities that you honed while serving as a courtier will stand you in good stead as an adventurer. That fits her, yeah.
Yeah, that fits her a lot.
Courtier. Yup. So also, she would probably not be a human in D&D standards.
I mean, we are not entering in race because that would
But
be a
yeah,
long conversation.
and there's a lot of different races in Genshin
Genshin.
Impact,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Than
You know, the Adepti,
in
the Foxes,
Dungeons and
the
Dragons. Yeah, there's so many different races. So there's really no point in trying to assign them a race because most of them would be human and some others would be races that don't exist in Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah.
Yep,
Hmm.
that's perfect.
Well, and we already mentioned about Hutao's class earlier,
Hutao.
so yeah.
Yeah, she would be a
Cleric,
cleric.
Grave.
Grave. Background, I would say inheritor too,
Inheritor.
because she inherits the whole. She inherits the whole business from his grandfather.
Literally the same as Chong Yun, but with
Yes.
fire.
Other details.
That's interesting.
Spears, I don't think are weapons. Let me check. I don't know if spears are simple or martial. I think they are
I
simple.
think
Spears are simple. Yeah, they're simple
simple.
weapons. Yeah.
Cool.
So I would say on justification. Well, other details. Only offensive spells.
Only. Perfect. Whoops, I didn't pick any healing spells.
Yeah.
There we go.
Justification.
Cleric that doesn't heal.
Justification. She helps the dead and the living, and also doesn't heal. She's really just pure
Doesn't
offensive.
heal others. Yeah. And also, she can see spirits.
Yeah, she can see
Which
spirits.
is something that also goes with the Grave Cleric.
Yep.
She can see spirits.
Chongjun doesn't see them, but because the spirits don't approach him. But
Eyes of the Grave. It was called Eyes of the Grave, right?
Eyes of the Grave, yes.
A feature, yeah.
So
It's actually a really funny detail. Other people, other characters cannot see Hutao's spirits. Because I remember when I was playing one day with Aleph and he had Hutao, he was using Hutao, and she played the animation where she kind of bullies one of the ghosts, and the ghost didn't show up in my screen.
Yep.
It was interesting.
It's a nice little detail.
Yeah. There's a lot of little details like this. It's really interesting.
Yeah. Jin.
Jin's a paladin.
Jin's a paladin. 100% paladin. It's kind of like Diluc. You can't pick another class. You need to be paladin.
Healing.
Does that happen to Yomi? Yes.
Heal is aura of vitality. What do you mean? Does it happen to you? Yeah, I get bullied all the time. Get bullied all the time.
Death, Grave. Grave is kind of like the defensive version of Death. Death is really hardcore. Death is really hardcore. But we can put Death into Hutao because she's not glorifying Death. She's actually the watcher of the living and the dead. So, people don't cross over where they shouldn't. So, now we get into the Now we get into the Jin's oath, because this is gonna be interesting. She could be a couple of oaths,
Hmm.
but I think in the end is
Let's
oath
check
of
them out.
devotion.
Devotion.
Yes.
That sounds like her, yeah. She's really devoted to work.
Yeah,
And to
exactly.
Mondstadt,
You
yeah.
only need
Look,
to read on the first stop. You'll see why.
yeah. Heads of devotion. Honestly. Honesty. Don't lie or cheat. Let your word be your promise. Courage. Never fear to act, though caution is wise. Compassion. Aid others, protect the weak, and punish those who threaten them. Show mercy to your foes, but temper it with wisdom. Honor. Treat others with fairness, and let your honorable deeds be an example to them. Do as much good as possible while causing the least amount of harm. And duty, be responsible for your actions and their consequences. Protect those entrusted to your care, and obey those who have just their authority over you.
Yes, she's a devotion paladin.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep. And her
And
background,
I would say knight.
knight. Yeah.
I think it's the best background for her. She was
Knight
raised to
fits.
she was
Yeah.
raised to be a knight. Like from the start, you know, like her father wanted always for her to be a knight. The same with Barbara. They always wanted her to be a cleric. But you know, they have
Mm,
different like different fathers, same mother. It's a bit different, but still, like she was raised to be a knight. So
yeah.
other details?
Not really.
Not really.
I wrote in justification that her healing skill is like aura of
Vitality.
vitality.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
works. So
Well, more than justification, that would be other details. Yeah, I'm gonna move it
yeah,
there.
that would be other details. Justification is you can get that's paladin. You know, I,
It just fits.
it's a paladin knight. You know, she has a sword, she has devotion, she has everything she needs to do.
She
So
has everything paladin.
exactly. So
So,
let me.
Kaya.
I know this is your
Hmm?
favorite character, so let me go
It's
grab.
not my favorite character.
Let me go grab a glass of water, and I'll be right back.
It reminds me of the
Just a
character
second.
of Azure One that I don't like, but I don't dislike Kaya. He's an interesting character. He's got a good design. I don't know what class would he be. Let's wait until Aleph comes back. Let's see. I'm gonna be looking around the classes. Maybe I'm thinking some sort of fighter. Maybe a rogue. A rogue. That's true. He's a rogue. He's a rogue. He's a rogue. Why did I not think about that? He's definitely a rogue. He's a rogue. That makes him even more similar to the other one character. Hi Alice, yo! We are currently waiting for Aleph to come back, but yeah, we have been assigning Dungeons and Dragons classes to Genshin Impact characters. We've already assigned classes to a lot of them. It's a shame I cannot move the screen because that's Aleph's screen, but I would show you all the classes that we have already assigned.
Watashi ga kita.
But yeah.
Hello.
Look at that. Hello, Toitais. Welcome.
Hello, Alice G. What's up?
It's okay. You can stay as long as you can.
Yeah,
We are
exactly.
assigning D&D classes to Genshin characters today.
Yep. Yes, we are. So,
Yeah.
Kaya.
So, Kaya's a rogue, right?
Yeah, Kaya's a
Lime was
rogue.
mentioning it, and he's definitely a rogue.
Yep, he's a rogue. He's the definition of rogue. He's a rogue. Now, which rogue?
Yeah, Lime was saying swashbuckler or mastermind.
He's a swashbuckler. He's a
Swashbuckler, right?
He's
It's like the duelist.
Yeah.
The duelist rogue.
Not only that, but if you read the definition of his skills, and
yeah, look at that. You focus your training on the art of the blade, relying on speed, elegance, and charm in equal parts. While some warriors are brutes clad in heavy armor, your method of fighting looks almost like a performance. Duelists and pirates typically belong to this archetype. So yeah,
Yeah, if
this fits him a lot.
if I'm not mistaken, I'm reading it now. His attack talent is called ceremonial blade work,
Yeah.
and his ultimate is glacial waltz. So yeah.
Yeah, that fits him a lot.
Fits him. He's
actually,
Oh, go ahead.
The first feature of the swashbuckler subclass is called fancy footwork.
Which is also the name of his skill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know some skills, in Genshin Impact are taken from D&D. The names, at least the translations. Coolest rock.
There's a cat. There's a cat behind my laptop. Get out of here.
So yeah, fancy footwork is the. Not only fancy footwork, where there was also, I think Albedo had Flash of a Genius too.
That's true. But yeah, it fits a lot. Swashbuckler.
Swashbuckler.
I've missed an H.
So for those who don't know, rogues are very heavy skill type characters. So they have a lot of proficiencies and expertises, so they can be really good at what they do. And
also critical hits.
Yes, they are not
lots of crit damage.
In combat, some people think they are boring. If you want to do a lot of stuff, like fighters, like attack a lot and stuff, because they only have one attack. But when you hit and the conditions are right, you can do a sneak attack and do a shit ton of damage. Okay, so rogues are really interesting, like critical wise, right? You want them criticals, you want them advantages in combat, you want positioning. So they are really cool. I really like them a lot. But Gaia is all about that. He's all about critical damage. He's all about dancing with their enemies. He's a really cool character.
Yeah. As for the background, obviously it's pirate, right?
I'm sadly to say
he's got the eye, but nah, he's a knight, right?
I don't know if he would be a knight. He was raised to be a knight, but I think he could also be an urchin.
Could be too, yeah.
Or a
but
spy.
Right now, his background is more like a knight. I mean, he's the cavalry captain, even if he's very shady a lot of times.
Yeah, he's the cavalry. Yeah, he would be a knight.
Yeah, knight. I mean, he's changed a lot along the years, so I think right now knight would fit him a lot more.
Yeah. So yeah, knight is good. Yeah. So, Kazuha.
Is there an imposter class?
Is there an imposter class? Rogues are usually the imposter classes.
Yeah. So, about justification, yeah, his own skills are very similar to swashbuckler. I forgot the H again. Skills. There we go.
So yeah, that's great. That works.
What's up, Alice? What's going on?
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, feel free to ask any questions.
Of course.
So,
Kazuha,
also a samurai, right?
He would be a samurai, yes.
Could be a samurai.
Fighter samurai, I think it's the best.
Samurai, yeah.
He is very charismatic. He is always really poetic and all that stuff.
And he writes poems. That's very charisma of him.
Yeah. He's really very a charismatic individual.
Yeah. And as for the background,
he's a criminal.
That is true. He's a runaway. Inazuma. Whoa. Although he's not like criminal by choice. It's
No, he ran
like
away. He ran away
the
from the.
criminal background is like you are an experienced criminal with a history of breaking the law. You have spent a lot of time among other criminals and still have contacts within the criminal underworld. You are far closer than most people to the world of murder, theft, and violence that
Yeah, no,
pervades
that
the
doesn't fit
underbelly.
him.
That doesn't fit him at all. Nah.
Look, maybe Far
No,
Traveler.
Far Traveler could work.
Read the third
But then
paragraph. The first.
that would make everyone from Inazuma Far Travelers, and it's not like that.
Ah, that's true. Folk hero maybe could work. He actually is a bit of a rebel figure, as we learned lately.
Kinda. Yeah. Hmm. Outlander. There's also Outlander, maybe. I don't know what Outlander. No. Outlander is like you just grew up in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's not quite the thing. Marine maybe? I mean, that can work.
I'm not sure.
Nah.
Nah.
I think
It's hard to find one for him.
I would say criminal, but not really. Like in a parenthesis, you know. He's a criminal, but because he was a rebel, he's a rebel figure, you know. He's not there to.
Yeah. I would leave it empty for now. I would leave the background
Sure.
empty at the moment, and maybe we'll think of something.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, backgrounds are very specific most of the time, so it's hard to find backgrounds for all backstories.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult. So,
yeah.
Ciao, Rayo McQueen.
Catching. Don't do that.
Kishing, I would think she's a fighter.
Fighter, yeah.
I think she's a fighter, and she's actually fighter champion. She's actually
He hits like a lot of times. He hits like multiple times.
Yeah, she's really fast. She's really martial.
Fast.
She's really martially based. So, I think she could be I think she could be like a champion because she actually plays with a lot of critical stuff.
That is true.
She has to be Echo Knight. Not quite Echo Knight. That's the thing. She doesn't create like a double of herself. Only the ult does the thing.
It's only like after images in her case.
Yeah. So much on lore to me, they are more cool flash anime characters that are expensive to get. Yeah, fair. Are you okay, Alice?
Are you okay, Alice?
Anyway, fighter. I would say she would be a champion.
Champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. And there's a remarkable athlete. Starting at 7th level, you cannot have your proficiency bonus to any strength, dexterity, or constitution check to make that doesn't already use your proficiency bonus. In addition, when you make a running long jump, the distance you can cover increases by a number of feet equal to your strength modifier.
Yeah, she's really fast. She's really strong.
I guess it would fit, yeah.
She's the champion of her people. She's actually the chief of police, so kind of fits. And I would give her the City Watch background as well as
City Watch.
Yeah, as Amber.
Would the noble background fit her as well?
I don't think she's a noble.
City Watch good.
I don't think I don't remember if she's a noble, but I think she works better as a City Watch. She's someone that.
Well, she's part of the Qixing, so I'm.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
But she was not born a noble. I think she was like raised through the ranks because of her merits as a City Watch.
Yeah, makes sense. So City Watch it is. I don't know much about her story. I only know her from her scenes in the main story. But I don't have her. I haven't read much on her.
I have her, and I haven't read much either. I have her at level 80 though, and I got.
We're so sorry, Genshin. We are very sorry.
I used her for a while, but I got put down now, so I haven't need her. Okay, Klee. No, Klee, 100% Artificer. Okay.
Yeah, definitely Artificer.
Artillerist. There is no artillerist is the specialist that does explosive turrets
Explosives.
and a lot of stuff.
Boom.
I mean, artillerists do have fireball. So
Yeah, that fireball. Yeah. She's all about explosions, so yeah, definitely. Hmm.
in background, I would say inheritor.
Yeah, inheritor fits.
Yeah, she inherited all the knowledge from Alice, and she actually learned how to make bombs through her. She actually teach her all the knowledge she needs to live her life.
Yeah, and I cannot think about any other backgrounds that can fit her, to be honest.
Justification.
Yeah,
She's a genius child. She's a genius child. She does bombs.
Artillerist is the explosion class. And also, she would probably have the prodigy fit, right?
Yeah, she would have the prodigy fit, like 100%.
Prodigy fit. There we go.
Okay. By the way, whenever you have to like close up the stream, you tell me, okay? I know you have a stream later.
Don't worry. It's gonna be later. It's later. There's no hurry at all. I think we are halfway done.
Yeah,
we're kind of halfway done. Let's go.
Kokomi.
So Kokomi.
Kokomi. She's a
Tell
priestess.
Nah.
She's a she's a priestess, so I think she would be she would maybe be a cleric.
Could be a cleric, yeah. She's like she definitely uses magic. She's definitely a caster.
She's a caster, yeah.
So I think I don't know what kind of cleric she could be.
I think nature domain, because nature is not only trees. It's also life in the sea and all that stuff, you know? We still don't know her too much, though.
Although they gain proficiency with heavy armor, and
you don't have to wear it, though.
Yeah, you don't have to wear it. Yeah, that could. We can put it with a question mark. Cleric, nature.
Yeah, she's difficult. I actually need to read more about her.
Yeah, when she comes out, she still hasn't come out, so it's normal. We don't know.
She's only one cinematic. It's not like Sarah that we see her like through. It's not like Sarah or Raiden, which we fight against and have some scenes with them. Background. I would leave that open because I still don't know like her story complete. I know she's from Watatsumi Island.
It's kind of novel too, but we're still not sure what the full background is because she's also a priestess, so could be a lot of things.
She could be peace domain, but she's actually fighting a war, so.
Well, to get peace, sometimes you have to fight wars, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's actually fighting like a civil war. She would not be a peace domain.
A war.
Yeah, she would not be a peace domain.
Nature could kind of work, yeah. We'll know. We'll know when she comes out.
Yeah.
So Lisa,
wizard.
Either wizard. I don't know though. She got a lot of powers from the book she opened. That book that cut down half her lifespan.
Yeah, but she was already a proficient. She was already proficient.
Yeah.
She was already. She was supposed to be like the Scarlet Witch, right? That she was like really talented with magic, and the moment she opened the book and gained the vision, and her life was cutting short. She was like, she was like, okay, I guess.
I'm gonna sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my life. I think she would be though I guess she could be an evocation wizard, like a really,
Yes,
because it's implied that
she,
she's really, really, really strong, but she doesn't
she
want
uses
to.
really strong magic, really strong offensive magic.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I mean,
So
as a reminder, let's remember that Kaeya is the one. And Diluc are both the ones that say that Lisa should be the one in Jin's position, and also Jin thinks that. So
yeah.
just to see that the hierarchy of stuff, right? Of people on the Knights of Favonius, Lisa is supposed to be the strongest inside all of the Favonius Knights. As right now,
Yep.
Barkas is still out, and Alice, we don't know if she's affiliated to the Knights. I think she's not
Alice
affiliated.
is a free spirit, I think.
Yeah, she's not affiliated to the Knights.
She's kind of a free spirit.
Yeah, but I think Lisa. Of course, I think Barkas is stronger than Lisa, but Lisa is technically, by all the people in the Knights of Favonius, who's the strongest. But she doesn't want to show it. She's just lazy.
Yeah. Also, the background, I think it would be Sage, right?
Yeah, she's a sage.
Sage.
It's actually an episode of Undercover Boss. Kinda. I mean, I really like Lisa. I hope they give. I mean, I know for certain. I like 100% know. I have a theory that all the chapters that they give us for free, Kaeya, Amber, Lisa, and who else?
It was those three.
Okay, these three characters
Kaeya, Amber,
are implied to be really strong, and they don't show it. I mean, Amber, I think, is one of those characters that is kind of like Bennett, that has a lot of potential, and she could grow into a really strong person. But Kaeya is implied to be just kind of playing while fighting, so he's not really doing like real work while fighting. So I think also the fact that he has there's the whole Kaenri eye patch thing, like the Ainsleaf, right?
So well, that's not exactly an eye patch though. It's more like a mask.
Yeah, but he has the same. It's possibly that the eye has like astral powers or some shit like that.
We'll know in the future. Yeah.
We'll know. I will be waiting for the 5-star Kaeya though.
Yeah. Also, I love Lisa a lot. Lisa's also one of my favorites. She's literally Grand Blue Fantasy Rosetta, but in Genshin Impact, and I love her a lot. Also, Mona, I think Mona is really easy. Divination Wizard, right?
Divination Wizard. We don't have to say much about Mona. I mean,
Divination Wizard is like it's mostly all we know about her. Like she's very proud of her abilities. She's very proud of her divination powers. So yeah.
Yeah, that fits her.
Now, so she's been learning under a teacher, so that makes her definitely a wizard.
Yep, that actually makes her a wizard. I don't know which kind of background I would give her though.
Background, technically, she's on the run from her teacher. She's like, no, I'm not going back.
Yeah, but at the same time,
so I don't know. I
also,
don't know what
as
should have.
As a note, her vision is from her master. So now with Kazuha, we know that when you leave your vision, it loses the power, so you cannot give your vision to someone, right? So what the Mona's master did was she gave her hydro vision to her, and she said that it would help her. And Mona still thinks that the vision is from her master, not her own. So actually, the master gave her vision.
Inheritor, yeah.
Yeah, he's an inheritor.
Inheritor.
So Mona still thinks she doesn't have a vision. The vision is from her master and is helping her, but she doesn't understand that the vision is already her own. She's using it, actually.
Well, I'm gonna write it in justification, because in the end this is justification for why she's an inheritor.
Yep. Ooh, Ningguang.
I have no idea what Ningguang is. I have no idea. Like, she's a caster, she uses rocks, But what is she? What is she?
She
What
would
class was
be,
she?
most probably, she would be Bard.
Sorcerer?
No, a Bard.
Bard?
Yes, she started as a merchant.
That is true.
She started
Yeah.
from very. She had very like poor beginnings, and she made her way through persuasion and charisma, and she's a merchant.
I
She
don't
got to be the boss
know.
by merchant, and also we could put her on eloquence.
Still, there's also sorcerer. I think there was sorcerers that work with rocks. Stone sorcery.
Stone sorcery is actually Zhongli.
Oh right.
Because the thing with sorcery is that you need to have special blood in your veins. Like
Right.
magic blood or something that happened to you that, changed your whole body composition to something magic. Ningguang is just a normal person that was like really good at, persuading people and doing merchant trades and all that stuff. The way she gained her vision, she actually bought a masterless vision, and when she touched it, it actually became her vision, and she was like, okay, but can I sell this or not? And she actually was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it, I guess.
Yeah.
I think she would technically be a bard if we disregard a bit the fact that she's a caster. Okay.
Yeah, she's a caster. I don't know what subclass she would be though. Like eloquence, I cannot find out. Eloquence. Okay, there it is. There it is.
Eloquence, I think it would work.
So, adherents of the College of Eloquence master the art of oratory. Persuasion is regarded as a high art, and a well-reasoned, well-spoken argument often proves more powerful than an objective truth. These bards wield a blend of logic and theatrical wordplay, winning over skeptics and detractors with logical arguments and plucking at heartstrings to appeal to the emotions of entire audiences.
I think it works.
Kind of works, yeah. Eloquence. And the background.
Guild artisan. She started as a...
Or guild merchant. There's also guild merchant.
Guild merchant works better.
More than artisan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works much better. Justification, it kind of works.
Yeah. Kind of works. Mechanics wise. Yeah.
Noel.
What are you, Ningguang?
Noel.
Noel could be, I think, either a paladin or a cleric.
I don't see her as a cleric. As a paladin, sure. Yeah, I see her as a paladin. Or a fighter, but I think she has like a really strict code. So
yeah, she's more,
Also, her idol is Jin, so it would make sense that she was a devotion. Devotion paladin. It would make sense.
That's true. And she's got very similar oaths.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they are both similar characters. The only thing is that I think Jin, doesn't want her to be a Knight of Abonia, so she doesn't risk her life. Because she's certainly capable.
It's like she's too nice, so she's not ready for the danger of the world. I think it's something like that.
Yeah, I think she's too nice and young to be like a part of the Favonius. And then you'll see Klee, but she's kind of terrorist, so they need to keep her in check. So that's
Stop that, no.
She is. She wants to blow up mountains. What the fuck? Okay, background. I don't know much.
Wants to have fun.
I mean,
no one will miss this mountain.
No, people will miss this mountain. People need to hunt. Also, what about the chunks? The giant chunks of rock flying.
Giant chunks of rock. Background. Probably knight, kind of. She's not exactly a knight, officially a knight.
Knight. I would put knight and then in training in parentheses, maybe.
Yeah, knight in training. Wait. There we go.
Yes. Now, Chichi.
Chichi, what about her?
She is difficult.
She's hard. She's difficult to find.
Can we leave her for the end? She's really difficult.
She's really difficult to classify. Like, she fights, she heals, she uses a sword.
Death cleric.
I don't know if she would be a cleric. I'm not sure.
I mean,
I think she quite fits any class exactly.
She doesn't. Maybe she would be a sorcerer though.
Could be. Also, the healing could also be part of the vision, like Bennett.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the vision that brought her back to life after all, right?
Yep, it was.
Yeah, then healing is part of the vision's powers. I mean, most of her skills, now that I have her, most of her skills heal. Like her normal skill heals, her ultimate skill also heals. So
yeah, maybe she could be she could be an undead. Yeah, the undying warlock. She could be an undying warlock.
Undead warlock, yeah.
Look, read the first lines.
Okay, let me find it. The warlock undead. You have made a pact with a deathless being, a creature that defies the cycle of life and death, forsaking its mortal shell so it might eternally pursue its unfathomable.
No, not the undead, the undying.
Not the undead, the undying.
Undying.
Yeah,
I think
undying.
it's survival.
Yeah, death holds no sway over your patron, who has unlocked the secrets of everlasting life. Although such a price, like all power, comes at a price. Once mortal, the undying has seen mortal lifetimes pass like the flicker of endless days and nights. It has the secrets of the ages to share, secrets of life and death, beings of whatever D&D.
Yeah. Vecna the Eye, Lich Queen Ball, Dying Court, etc. It kind of makes you undying, and the price, the sacrifice you have to make kind of would be her memories.
Yeah, it lets you learn things like, oh, look at that. False life.
Spare the dying.
Spare the dying. Oral life. What is oral life? I have never seen this spell. Life-preserving energy radiates from you in an aura with a 30-foot radius. Gives resistance to necrotic damage, and hit point damage cannot be reduced.
Yeah, and look, Undying Nature at level 10, you can hold your breath indefinitely, you don't require food, water, or sleep. Although you still require rest, reduce exhaustion, and still benefit from finishing short and long rests.
Could work. This could work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it Warlock with a question mark. Undying, also question mark.
Background, I would say. I think there's a background for her.
Like she was just
haunted one.
Haunted one.
Yes.
That could be, yeah.
Haunted one works.
Yeah, you are haunted by something so terrible that you dare not speak of it. You have tried to bury it and run away from it to no avail. Whatever this thing is that haunts you can be slain with a sword or banished with a spell. It might come to you as a shadow on the wall, a blood-curdling nightmare, a memory that refuses to die, or a demonic whisper in the dark. I don't think it fits her that much.
But look at the heart. Look at the Heart of Darkness skills.
Heart of Darkness skills. Those who look into your eyes consider you have faced an imaginable horror and that you are no stranger to darkness. Though they might fear you, commoners will extend you every courtesy and do their utmost to help you. Unless you have shown yourself to be a danger to them, they will even take up arms to fight alongside you, should you find yourself facing an enemy alone. I don't know, that fits, but the overall concept, I don't think it
I mean,
quite.
but there's not
Mm,
nothing else you can kind of guild artisan because she makes medicine.
uh, it's more than making medicine. She's the one at
Who
the
picks?
counter and then going to pick flowers and herbs.
Yeah.
Ah, like literally, she was just a normal girl before she died. She just was picking flowers. She was literally picking flowers in the mountain when she died. So yeah. Hmm. I don't know. Haunted one with
Hunted
a
one.
question mark.
Hunted one works kinda.
Yeah, I guess.
Eh.
I suppose.
Yeah, it
And she would
works.
probably have a nature proficiency, I guess.
Nature proficiency. Yeah.
Nature proficiency. Yup.
Okay. Raiden
I wonder what
Shogun.
Baizu would be, but we still
Uh,
don't know how he fights.
we still don't know. I probably he's gonna be catalyst, but we don't know anything else about him.
Nah. Danger when, mijoyo. Please.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon.
So
So,
Raiden
Raiden
Shogun.
Shogun.
Yes. Oh
Hmm.
boy, some
Booba
people.
sword.
Buva Sword. I think she's a battle
Booba
master. A
sword.
fighter battle
Battle
master.
master. Yeah.
She
I
obviously is really fucking good fighting. She's like amazingly good fighting. So, Battle Master uses tactics and different skills in fighting. And she has a lot of martial techniques that you can see her use. Let's keep a reminder, okay, that even though she's an Archon, she's not a caster. Okay, we'll get
hmm.
to Venti and Zhongli, which are clearly casters, and well, Zhongli is more of a caster martial archetype, but we'll get into that. But
Caster with a spear.
yeah, but Shogun is definitely a fighter. She fights with swords, she fights with glaives, she fights with spears. She knows how to fight. And if we take all the special powers away that kind of defines her, I think the best is Battle Master because she has a
Hmm.
lot of kind of potential, martial knowledge, and she also about Battle Master. They have maneuvers, and there's maneuvers to actually order people to attack, for example. So it's not
Hmm.
only it's control of the battlefield and stuff like that, which I think she also has.
Yeah, that I guess she fits from what we have seen of her.
Yeah, she does. Now the background, we still don't know too much about her, but I think she is a folk hero.
Folk hero.
She was a folk hero. The whole thing about the if you've done the Sakura cleansing rites,
I
it
haven't done it yet.
well, it explains to you not her story, but the one of her companions and friends. The same
Hmm.
kind of with the Oni, for example.
Yeah.
I think she had sort of kind of she did an upgrade. That's what I'm guessing right now. Okay, I don't know her story at all from the background. That's just what I know. I don't know if she gained her powers by uprising against the other Archon that was before her, or she
Hmm.
actually was bestowed the title. But I think probably she had to fight for her title, and I think she had like companions with her. And in
Hmm.
the Sakura cleansing, a lot of people died, like a long time ago. So she had to fight her companions, most probably, or that's what I gathered from the stories from her, from the artifacts that we know, and the lore artifacts.
Yeah. We'll see. These are things that are still not confirmed, so I would leave the background empty for now.
Yeah. Also, in justification, I would say a really good martial
Hmm.
practitioner with really high skill.
Efficient with really
She's really
high
skilled.
skill.
Yep.
Let's go.
Now, Razor.
So,
First Berserker.
Razor. Woo!
First Barbarian. Razor is a Barbarian.
Barbarian.
And you know which kind of
Yeah.
Barbarian?
Ah. Let me see. Ow. I'm not sure which kind of barbarian. Maybe Storm?
I think Totem fits him
Or
better.
Totem. Ah, yeah, Totem. Totem, yeah.
I mean, if you pick all the wolf totems, you can
He's
actually.
got a totem spirit. Yeah, there's a wolf totem. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a wolf totem. He's a totem.
Totem. Yeah.
Totem wolf.
Totem warrior. Wolf.
Background: Hood Urchin.
Arcane, yeah.
No. Outlander.
Outlander.
Yeah, he grew apart from all technology and society.
That is true.
Until, Barkas came in and actually teach him how to use a sword and talk and write a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna read the beginning of Outlander. You grew up in the wilds, far from civilization and the comforts of town and technology. You have witnessed the migration of herds larger than forests, survived weather more extreme than any city dweller could comprehend, and enjoyed the solitude of being the only thinking creature for miles in any direction. The wilds are your blood, whether you were a nomad, an explorer or a recluse, a hunter-gatherer, or even a marauder. Even in places where you don't know the specific features of the terrain, you know the ways of the wild.
That fits him a
To
lot.
use the barbarians with giga chat proportions.
Ibrahim Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah. But you can make technically Razor is really strong for a kid. Like he's really strong for a kid.
Yeah. There are a lot of classes we still don't have anyone. Like we don't have any sorcerers, we don't have any monks, which is really strange.
We actually have a monk and a sorcerer coming up. Not now.
Ooh,
not
good.
now, but
good.
We'll get to there. Actually, are on the last of the list. But, on the far end of the list. But
right.
I think there's only one monk though. So. Rosaria. Oh boy, Rosaria.
Also, do we give Razor animal handling proficiency?
Yes. So, I mean, of course.
Yeah. And speak with animals. He probably uses speak with animals somehow.
I mean, Totem Warrior gives you speak with animals.
Perfect. There you have it.
If I'm not forsake. Yeah, I think it does. I do remember once playing D&D with some IRL friends, and the Totem Warrior used speak with animals. So, Rosaria.
I think it doesn't give you speak with animals. Must have gotten it some other way.
Might be.
Yeah.
Rosaria.
So,
she is a rogue.
A rogue.
I mean, she literally has a passive that does critical damage when you hit from behind enemies.
She looks like a cleric, but no.
She is a rogue.
She's an assassin, right?
No, she's an inquisitive.
Inquisitive. Oh.
Yeah. Look, if you can read the inquisitive archetype.
Give me a second. So, inquisitive rogue. As an archetypal inquisitive, you excel at rooting out secrets and unraveling mysteries. You rely on your sharp eye for detail, but also on your finely honed ability to read the words and deeds of other creatures to determine their true intent. You excel at defeating creatures that hide among and prey upon ordinary folk, and your mastery of lore and your sharp eye make you well equipped to expose and end hidden evils. That's very Rosaria, yeah.
That's very Rosaria. She's actually from the Batman trio. You know, Kaeya, Diluc, and Rosaria. They are the one who has the... I think they officially have a tally of people they have, like, killed or arrested on the bar.
God.
I think they actually have a tally, like a blackboard with tally marks on people who have defeated, detained, and stuff like that.
So for the background, I think that she was taken by a group of bandits, right? She would be kind of Arcane, maybe.
I
Uh,
think no, she was. I think it's an
no,
urban bounty hunter.
Urban Bounty Hunter.
I think it
Hmm.
fits her.
Let's see, Urban Bounty Hunter. Before you became an adventurer, your life was already full of conflict and excitement because you made a living tracking down people for pay. Unlike some people who collect bounties, though you aren't a savage who follows quarry into or through the wilderness, you're involved in lucrative trade in the place where you live that routinely tests your skills and survival instincts. What's more, you aren't alone. As a bounty hunter in the wild would be, you routinely interact with both the criminal subculture and other bounty hunters, maintaining contacts in both areas to help you succeed.
Yeah,
So yeah. Hmm.
she works with Diluc, which is also a bounty hunter, and Gaia, which
Yeah.
is technically a he works with criminals sometimes, but as a double
Hmm.
agent and also gets all the information from them. You know, she's kind of like she's a bounty hunter in the end of the day, even though she kind of works for the church, but that's just the front.
Hmm.
She's a
Yeah,
front.
she doesn't do very. She always skips on the nuns' activities according to
Barbara.
Barbara. Like
Yeah.
she never comes in time. Sometimes she doesn't come at all, and yeah, she does
Uh,
whatever she wants basically.
I would say other details. I would give her like I would make her a spear that was like a light weapon, so she could trigger sneak attacks.
Hmm. Yeah, late special. I don't know how to describe it.
Uh,
Spear
spear
that
has light property
has light property
for sneak
for
attack.
sneak attack.
Yep. Even though when you see her fight, she actually slams the shit out of the spear into the ground. But
And the justification is literally sneak attack.
sneak attack.
He has sneak attack.
Ooh, Sarah.
Sarah! Yes!
Hmm.
So, tell me, what is Sarah? Aside from best girl, I love her so much.
So
Plus, my wife.
my wife, no. I think Sarah would be. I think she would be a paladin.
Hmm.
If you remember
Paladin with a bow.
on the Kazuha cinematic
Oh
that we
yeah,
got, she used the sword. So you know,
she had the sword. Yeah.
yeah, she does. You know, paladins don't use bows technically because they can't smite with them, but they actually have proficiency with bows, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
Let me check.
I
Paladin.
have been waiting for this. Yes.
Someone's waiting for this. Yes, yes, she has. Let me see the proficiencies. Simple weapons and martial weapons. So definitely paladins can use bows.
Hmm.
People don't use them because the divine smite cannot be used with long range weapons. Just imagine. Just fucking imagine.
That's yeah, that would be too much.
Still, let's from we have seen she
Maybe
buffs
multi-class?
multi-class. No,
What if multi-class?
I wouldn't
Hmm.
say it's a multi-class because she has an oath to the shogun,
Hmm.
and you know even if divine smite doesn't count for like long stuff, she does actually buff people with her
Hmm.
skills.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very paladin thing to do. As in paladin oaths, though, I would say she's an oath of the
Yeah.
crown.
To the crown. Yeah. Yeah. That fits. That fits. Like there's law. The law is paramount. It is the mortar that holds the stones of civilization together, and it must be respected. Civilization. Civilization. They didn't say that word 1,000 times in the interviews for me to pronounce it wrong now.
Civilization.
Civilization. So your word is your bond. Without loyalty, oaths and laws are meaningless. Courage, you must be willing to do what needs to be done for the sake of order, even in the face of overwhelming odds. If you don't act, then who will? responsibility. You must deal with the consequences of your actions, and you are responsible for fulfilling your duties and obligations.
Yep.
Yeah.
That fits her. And
Crown.
also, in the first line of the description, is sworn to the ideals of civilization, be it the spirit of a nation, fealty to a sovereign, service to the deity,
Yeah.
of law and rulership. So,
Yep.
yeah, she's literally oath to. She has a oath to the Raiden Shogun, so that kind of works.
Yeah. Also, our details. Yeah. Uses a bow,
But she can use other
Even-
weapons.
but can use other weapons. Use the bow. Wait. I'm gonna note the thing that she cannot do smites. Cannot smite with it, but can use other weapons.
Can smite with. We can use other
As-
weapons. Yes.
Her background, she was actually adopted, if I recall correctly.
I don't. Maybe she was an urchin.
Maybe we still don't
Maybe.
know. When she comes out and I get her,
We can
I
put
will-
soldier.
will
She's
tell you.
technically a soldier. She has trained as a
soldier. Yeah, soldier. Soldier could work. I really want her. I love you, Sarah. Yeah,
So, Sayu.
she's so cool. She's so cool. Ah.
Yare yare.
Okay, let's go. Sayu, rogue, I guess.
Rogue, she's a rogue.
Ninja?
Okay, first things first. I know she uses a claymore, but let's think about the size of the claymore she uses. Alright? She's a kid. Okay? She's a kid.
She's still very strong, though.
She's still very strong. But let's remind that the size of her claymore is probably like a short sword for us. Okay?
Nah. If
Well-
you compare it, it's still a really big sword.
But I mean, it's still a really big sword.
It's a freaking claymore.
Okay.
She can have proficiency with, martial weapons. That's okay.
I would say she
Yeah, I
uses
know.
like a light longsword or still can do sneak attack, but she doesn't want to be baby. She wants power to lift the claymore. Exactly.
Hi, guys.
Now, the
Yo.
subclass, there's a subclass for rogue that actually works very well with ninjas. Well,
Hmm.
a lot of them work really well with ninjas, but there's one specifically I really like that works with them.
Which one?
Arcane Trickster.
Arcane Trickster. That's true.
She uses.
That fits with the Muzina theme.
Yep, she uses jutsus. She uses techniques, and they are magic. Arcane Tricksters are rogues that can use magic. There's specific magic, illusion, and sometimes you can choose from other schools and from the wizard class. Okay, but mainly it uses illusions and trickery magic to confuse people, right? So it's very ninja-like, kinda. If you wanna imagine it as kinda like Naruto ninjas. Well, no, those would be wizards, but that's actually a thing for other time. But you get me, right? You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Overpowered rogue subclass. Yeah, it's a really strong subclass. It's a really strong subclass.
So about the background, she's kind of from the secret ninjas. I can remember the name.
Mujina.
I mean, it's like a faction, not like a faction, but.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Let me say you. Let me actually remember kinda, but I don't. I know what you mean.
It's like this secret group that I think do they work for Ayaka's family? I don't remember.
Shumatsuban.
Shumatsuban, yeah,
Yeah,
Shumatsuban.
she's from the Shumatsuban. And yes, they work
Would
for
that
Ayaka
count as
technically.
a faction agent, maybe? I don't know.
I would put her as a faction agent. I think that works.
Faction agent. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, I think that would kind of work. I'm sure that there's something that could work better, but right now, this
Right
is
now,
like
I don't
the
know.
thing that comes to mind.
Justification: ninja.
Ninja. Well, Sucrose, we already know what class she is. She's an alchemist.
She's an alchemist. She is an artificer, alchemist, and background. I would put her as a
Sage, maybe?
sage.
Or investigator. There's also investigator.
It could work. There was also recluse, I think.
Oh, no, investigator is another thing. It's more like a detective. Investigator is more for
Right,
detectives.
right. There was like a faceless hermit, fisher, investigator, marine, knight of the order. Wait, I keep forgetting she's a knight of knight. There's knight of the order, but soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sage works better. Sage alchemist.
Sage.
Other
She's doing research all the time.
She's doing research all the time, exactly.
Trying to figure out ways of making sugar.
I mean, that actually helps because sugar there comes from the flowers, so she actually experiments with the flowers that make sugars.
That is true. So
child, Tartaglia, Ajax, whatever you want to call him, that idiot.
El Tortas.
El Tortas. Okay, listen to me. This is gonna be weird, but he's a warlock.
What is he?
He's a warlock.
A warlock?
He's a hexblade warlock, actually.
I can't believe this. A warlock. He does have warlock energy, actually.
Not only that, but I think he would also be like a multi-class with rogue. He would be a rogue warlock, like 100%.
That fits him, yeah. So, Hexblade, and what rogue subclass?
He has the warlock face. He does have the warlock face.
He has the warlock face.
So, if we have to choose, for warlock, it would be Hexblade, of course.
Yeah.
And if we have to go with rogue, I think he would be a swashbuckler because he's like a really like duelist type of people that I'm strong, I wanna fight you. You know, like I'm gonna fight you.
And which of the two is the class that allows him to throw whales at you?
Warlock?
I wonder. Warlock. And background, definitely faction agent.
Faction agent. I mean, if it makes sense. Fatui makes sense that they are warlocks because that's how Sarisa actually give them power.
That's true.
Like now with the new trailer, we know that the real.
No, I do not hear.
La Signora has a fire vision.
I do not see. I pretend I do not see. I don't know who La Signora is. No. My primogems are in danger. No. No.
Let's see what comes first. If Scaramouche or La Signora.
I wonder what Venti would be. I have no idea. Yeah. I wonder what. It's so unclear. We would never know.
We would never know.
Yeah, he's a bard.
Of course, he's a bard.
Of course, he's a bard.
I would say he's actually a lore bard.
Lore bard.
Yeah. It makes sense.
That could work.
He always knows about stories. So it makes sense that he knows all the stories about Mondstadt and the people, but also around the world. He's like the keeper of knowledge. Also, Barbatos is the demon who holds absolute knowledge, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a lot of demons who hold knowledge, don't worry. Most of the Ars Goetia have very similar descriptions.
Yeah. Those filthy Fatui, they are always up to no good. Yeah.
They're always up to no good.
Now, here we come with the problem of the background, because I think I would go with Charlatan.
Yeah, Charlatan. He's definitely a Charlatan, yeah.
There is not sadly there is not he was a wind spirit background, right? So but still comes off as empty-headed. Benti is more. I think Benti is the smartest than he lets out. Benti is really smart. People think he's like, oh, haha, silly bard, but he's actually ultra smart. If not the smartest Archon. There's Morax. Morax has knowledge. Zhongli has knowledge. But Venti is actually really smart. It's kind of different.
I mean, Bendy acts dumb. You can
Yeah.
tell that he's acting dumb.
Yeah.
He's acting a clown.
He's acting as a
But
clown.
he's actually really smart.
He's actually super smart, yes.
Yeah.
Xiangling, oh.
Xiangling.
Oh, that's gonna be a hard one. Xiangling is a hard. She could work as a monk, yes. I think she could be
work as a monk.
With a lot of animal handling, maybe?
Yeah. Animal handling and cooking proficiency.
Yep.
Tools.
Man, now I want to play
Proficiency.
Genshin Impact, but I have to wait until it's like 2 a.m. to play the game. Fuck. But isn't cooking an art? Technically, yes.
Yeah, that is true.
But I don't see her as a bard. She's not a spellcaster.
No.
She's a martial. She's a cook, and then she knows martial arts. So I guess monk fits her. Now
the first monk.
There's another one down there.
Yeah, is it Xiao? Is Xiao
No,
the other monk?
Xiao's not a monk.
Xingqiu.
Xingqiu is a monk.
Xingqiu
is a monk. We'll get into the subclass.
Right.
I would say it's really difficult to pick a subclass with Xiangling because the main thing she does is just cooking and
Yeah. Flamethrower.
Subclass? No, I don't know. I would put an interrogant. She could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
I would say 4 elements maybe, even though she only uses fire.
4 elements. Yeah, that could work. Or maybe, well, we'll see. There's a lot of things that are hard to decide here.
Yeah. Now.
And background.
She's just the daughter of a restaurant, actually.
Yeah. I wish there was a background for that. But there's no background.
I mean, technically, we could say she's a.
I don't know, tavern keeper or something like that.
Clan crafter. But if we count, technically cooking. I mean, cooking tools is an artisan's tool.
It gives you history and insight. I'm not sure if it completely works.
It does work. If you remember her story, it was all about getting about the story of that meat that we need to she was all about
that
I need to recreate this dish from back ages ago. So we need to enter here and get the stuff.
One crafter with the crafting.
Oh yeah, in that mission
cooking.
Didn't we actually rescue Diona's grandfather or something like that?
Yes, it was something like that.
And she was like, what the fuck?
A guy that was frozen and was like, hold on, where am I?
Yeah, and Diona's father were like, wait, this is like my grandfather or something like that. So we actually kind of yeah, it's weird how that works. Huh?
It's so weird. Oh my god.
Xiao.
So Xiao.
Xiao. I think he would be a paladin.
Paladin
of Vengeance.
Paladin of Vengeance. That could be.
It's kind of a bit of like Diluc, right? He's on an oath to protect the innocent and destroy the evil, and he's so fixed on that. He's almost lost in it. Xiao's class is my husband. Yeah, that works.
Lime.
I think it works.
Yeah.
I think it works well.
Liyue Batman.
He's literally Liyue Batman. I'm not afraid to have different types of same class and subclass because a lot of archetypes repeat, so it's alright. And reminder, even though Xiao and Diluc are the same class and subclass technically, flavor type and even spells and stuff, they're really different. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of spells you can choose between that can make the chapter a lot different.
Yeah.
So,
So for his background,
oof, this is different. This is a difficult
mm,
one. I would say a folk hero. He's actually a folk hero
folk hero. Yeah.
in this like the most pure sense of folk hero. He's literally a legend.
Hmm. Yeah, that fits. I think that fits.
Sadly, we don't have dragoon as a class, so
Dragoon as a class.
he is a dragoon. He jumps. He has a lance. He jumps. You know, he's got everything to
Final
be a
Fantasy
dragoon.
Dragoon.
Yeah, he's a dragoon.
Yeah, that is true. Although Dragoon usually the actual Dragoons used to have mounts, if I remember correctly. But they don't in Final Fantasy. So yeah.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy has done a lot of changes.
Well, I like the lore of Final
Stuff like
Fantasy
this.
14 that dragoons are actually the ones who kill dragons because they jump on their backs and kill them from their back. Xingqiu
Xingqiu monk.
and Suplas.
Also he writes.
Yeah, he writes. He's Kensei. He's definitely a Kensei. He's all about that wuxia style training, about reading, meditating, and like purifying oneself with weapons.
Yeah.
Background, he's noble. He actually comes from a noble. Yeah.
That was easy.
Xingqiu is actually really easy. And also he uses short swords, which are perfect for monks.
That is true. Also,
I wish Kensei had more flavor about weapons. We still have to remake Kensei before we go back to Heian and Meian, though. But we'll see what we do.
That's true.
So
I want to play a Kensei monk in the future, so I would appreciate that.
Yeah, we need to work on it.
Yeah.
So Xinjiang.
Oh, Xinjiang, she's a bard, right?
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
I see her as a barbarian. She's all about that rock and making. And she uses like heavy weapons. You know, she's a barbarian for sure.
Yeah, that's true. She uses the guitar as a weapon in the
skills, yeah.
In the skills, yeah.
Subclass,
so I can see that.
I would say she's a glamour bard, maybe.
Probably, yeah. Glamour, and then.
For
what
barbarian?
About barbarian class? Storm, maybe.
I don't. Maybe Battle Rager.
Haven't seen much about the barbarians to be honest.
Let me read Battle Rager. Let's see what we got in here. I got a lot of tabs open. I need to close stuff. Known as I closed the. This is the definition.
Don't worry, I'm gonna read it.
Yeah, Charlene. Oh well, read the first part.
Charlene.
I actually want to read you how you pronounce that word there.
Known as Kuljarg. Literally axe idiot in Dwarvish. Battle Ragers are dwarf followers of the gods of war and take the path of the Battle Rager. They specialize in wearing bulky spiked armor and throwing themselves into combat, striking with their body itself and giving themselves over to the fury of battle. No, that doesn't fit.
No, not a Battle Rager. Definitely not a Battle Rager.
Not a Battle Rager. I mean, look at Storm Herald.
Yeah, there was a desert, right? The one that had fire stuff.
Yeah, there was a desert that did fire damage and stuff.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Yeah.
Storm Herald fire.
Storm Herald fire. And the background.
Entertainer,
yeah.
Also, did you know that rock music was born in Fontaine? Xinjiang actually went to Fontaine, saw rock, was like super enamored with it, and brought it to Liyue.
I mean, it's a place that has like lots of technology, so I guess they invented electrical guitars. So
I'm pretty sure they did. I mean,
Yeah.
if you did all the Xavier quest in in
I haven't
Inazuma,
done them all yet.
when you finish the quests of the Tarasuna, the Tara Tales,
Hmm.
he actually starts filming
Yeah.
a movie. It gives you like a sub quest of. It's like, traveler, I need you to teach these guys. Actually, he's making a film for the shogun, to show for the
Oh
people, to
my
make like a
god.
promotion to the people that the 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 military is really strong and stuff, and he's actually making a samurai movie for the shogun. It's really stupid. I love Xavier.
He's
You were
living his best life.
If you two were the ending, you have that background.
Entertainer, yeah.
Yeah, but I guess that comes with
I
the VTuber
guess,
part.
yeah. All VTubers have the entertainer background, I guess. At least most of them.
Most of them. So,
Ah,
Yanfei.
ours like me have the clown background.
Yeah, you're a bit of a clown.
Well, that's an entertainer variant. Yeah, it's the same in the end.
Right.
We are all
Right,
clowns
right,
deep
right.
down.
We are.
So, yeah, I guess we said Bard about Yanfei before.
Yeah. Clowning in my skin.
Eloquence. Yeah.
Background
Eloquence.
courtier.
Courtier.
I mean, we don't need to say much. I mean, we already know what Yanfei is all
Lawyer.
about. Yeah, she's a lawyer.
Eloquence. Bard is the lawyer class.
It is. Yomi is actually
Yoimiya.
really interesting. I have a clear
I would
idea.
say Arcane Archer, but
She's not.
she also
though.
has rogue energy.
She's not a rogue either.
Artificer.
She's an artificer. She makes explosives.
Artificer, she makes explosives. That's true.
She's an artificer. She is an expert on making. I mean, I would maybe artificer fighter or something like that. Like she's really.
Yeah, a mix of some artificer class, like artillerist and arcane archer.
Arcane
maybe?
Archer. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Yeah, I know how to write. And background, what's guild merchant probably.
Guild artisan. She's an artisan.
Guild artisan. Yeah, that's true because her family makes the wares. They make the fireworks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, John Lee, Long Dick
John
John.
Lee, Jonathan.
Johnny. Big Dick Johnny. So.
Sorcerer, right?
He's a sorcerer. He's a stone sorcerer. Sorcerer, for those, because it's not a class we have touched yet. Sorcerer are a special, it's a bit of a special way to cast magic. It's by blood. You need to have a bit of a background, and Zhongli Morax is a dragon. Let's reminder.
That is true.
Morax is a dragon, like a big ass dragon. He's a nerd dragon. He's a big ass dragon. So he is actually a sorcerer. He casts magic using sorcery. Now, stone sorcerers, if you want to read the...
Yep, gonna read it in a second. So, stone sorcery.
Wait, where are the stone sorcerers? I don't see them.
Your magic springs from a mystical link between your soul and the magic of the elemental earth. You might trace a distant ancestor to the plane of earth, or your family might have earned a mighty boon in return of a service to the Tao Lords. Whatever your past, the magic of elemental earth is yours to command. Your link to earth magic grants you extraordinary resilience, and stone sorcerers have a natural affinity for combat. A steel blade feels like a natural extension of your body, and sorcerers with this origin have a knack for wielding both shields and weapons. In combat, your place is amid the fray. You rely on your elemental nature to shield you from harm, and your magic and metal weapons to overwhelm your foes. Yeah, that's definitely Zhongli.
It's Zhongli. It is like the Zhongli class. Also, I don't know why when I click it, it doesn't come up, but If I remember correctly, you have a skill to make like shields for other allies.
Hmm. Stone sorcery is literally him. Yeah.
Stone
And
sorcery
the
is only,
background.
yeah.
The
Ooh,
background.
background. We don't know much about his background except he was really depressed because he lost his girlfriend. So
No.
maybe
Hmm.
we could go with archaeologist or
We could go
anthropologist.
with archaeology. Yeah. Although he now works for the funeral rites and all that.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
think
not exactly background.
I think anthropologist could work.
Anthropologist.
Insight and
Let me see.
religion.
You have always been fascinated by other cultures, from the most ancient and primeval lost lands of to the most modern civilizations. By studying other cultures, customs, philosophies, laws, rituals, religious beliefs, languages, and art, you have learned how tribes, empires, and all forms of society in between craft their own destinies and doom. This knowledge came to you not only through books and scrolls, but also through first-hand observation by visiting far-flung settlements and exploring local histories and customs. Mm, there's something that doesn't quite fit.
Yeah, the whole go to other cultures and stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't fit too much.
Hmm. Maybe.
Hermit.
We. What?
Hermit.
Hermit. Hermit. Yeah, hermit could work.
He is supposed
Oh,
to be a
hermit.
hermit that only descends to Liyue from like
That is
every
true.
200 years or something like that. Even though
You.
he kind of now goes like really secretly and he's living among people in Liyue, but
He lives among us.
he
So
lives
you lived
among
in
us.
seclusion, either in a sheltered community such as a monastery or entirely alone, for a formative part of your life. In your time apart from the claymore of society, you found quiet solitude and perhaps some of the answers you were looking for. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that could work.
that
He's got
works a lot. Yeah,
he would have herbalism kit, and well, he knows about a lot of things. He knows about a lot of things. So,
he actually took
yeah, um,
all the feats were about gaining skill proficiencies and stuff. Doesn't he have
yeah,
an assistant? No, he does not.
he doesn't.
Nope, Morax always works alone. That's the thing about him. Every other adepti is always like super loyal to him, but he doesn't want their help. Morax is always stood as the lone pillar of Liyue, which is really interesting.
Hmm. So, are there any classes we don't have anyone?
I think we have them all actually.
Well, we're missing Blood Hunter, I guess, but that's a class that's still like
I wouldn't want to
kind of
put
in the works.
not in
Yeah.
the not in the works. It's finished, but
Yeah.
technically it's not like an official class because Matt Mercer did it and then it was put onto the game. I really love that class, by the way. It's one of my favorite classes, Blood Hunter. But
Yeah.
technically it still counts as homebrew from Matt Mercer somehow.
Hmm.
It's a bit complicated. The thing is, there's not. This game needs to be PEGI, okay? It needs to be safe for everyone because they want the money from kids too. But that's why there's no blood sorcery,
Yeah, that's true.
that we know yet.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be death soon. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
At some
I
point there
also
will be
think so.
deaths.
I also think so.
There's gonna be character deaths and
Anyways,
stuff, but
it's gonna be.
it's gonna be probably Albedo. But
Hey, don't say that. Don't say that. We don't know.
we don't know,
Well,
but
thing
by
is-
all the dragon spine stuff, I mean, it's kind of sus.
Yeah. But I don't think so because he's a playable character.
Oh no, of course. Well, yeah, but
Don't
we'll see
try
what
to kill
happens.
your favorite character, please. Aleph, come on.
I don't want to kill my favorite guy. I wish he lives, but he's tragic.
Ah. Anyways, we only have one character left.
Traveler. I have no
The
fucking clue yet.
Traveler. Yeah.
Maybe
Why
he
is the
would
traveler?
be a warlock hexblade, you know, because he uses a
Warlock
sword.
Hexboy.
He he
I
he
know.
he gathers elements, so he kind of
There's elements.
there's there's something we don't know that's giving them power.
Yeah.
That's a reminder to everyone. We don't know what
Paimon Warlock.
pa- Paimon might as well be the god that gives them power
Yeah.
because he, as a reminder, we just touched a statue and we gained powers, and we were like, "What the
Hmm.
fuck is this?" We don't know what's giving us power. It could be the goddess, it could be Paimon, it could be a lot of things. So I would say,
Wasn't there
hmm?
a road that could travel between dimensions? I don't know.
I mean, the other option is ranger, but I don't see them as a ranger, honestly.
Nah, I don't see him as a ranger.
I see that
Warlock could work. Warlock could work.
they could travel. No, there was the ranger, but I don't think a ranger is like really
Yeah.
fitting. Yeah, that it was the blink ranger. I don't remember the name. Um,
Yeah, I think a very weird warlock could
the
work.
Horizon Walker. Yes,
Hmm.
it could do TPs and walk through dimensions, but
So Hexblade. I'm gonna put both with a question mark. And the background could be Far Traveler.
Far Traveler, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost all the common people in our folk that one might encounter along the Sword Coast or the D&D things have one thing in common. They live out their lives without ever traveling more than a few miles from where they were born. You aren't one of those folk. You are from a distant place, one so remote that few of the common folk in the north realize that it exists. And chances are good that even if some people you meet have heard of your homeland, they know merely the name and perhaps a few tragic stories. Yeah,
It checks out.
I think this is the most fitting one. There's insight, perception, skill proficiencies, and what musical instrument or gaming set of your choice. Good thing that they gave us a lyre in an event, right?
Yeah, that's true. They gave us a liar.
Yeah. So I think yeah. I think this would fit. So very weird warlock, very weird warlock that gets powers from elemental powers from the statues somehow. There we go.
Yeah.
So that would be all of them, I guess.
Yeah, that would be all. But see,
At
we
least
finished.
for now.
We finished.
Woo, we did it! Yay!
Of course.
Yeah.
That was a
It was
lot of characters.
That was a lot of characters.
There's a lot of characters, yes.
There's still a lot we need to learn about. A lot more characters that are still to come, I guess. But yeah,
Such varied cast. Yeah, I mean that's the fun.
varied cast. Yup.
That's what I like about Genshin Impact. Even though some archetypes repeat, the essence is different. You know, at least the world building of Genshin Impact has a lot of power.
Yeah,
You know?
the world building goes very deep. The world building, I think it's one of its strongest points.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I can't wait to know more about that.
I mean, the game has a lot of strong points and a lot of weak points. Gacha being one of them. But what else can you do?
Making most of their characters limited is not a good decision, I think.
No. Wish they were
I think
easier
it's
to
about
get. Yeah, exactly.
it's about time of like putting some characters in the non-limited pool, the permanent pool.
Even so, I would like it. Even the gacha is still a little bit pricier for me, at least. Spoiler: I have not wasted money in gacha in like 3 or 4 years. And if I bought something, it was a Grand Blue skin.
Yeah, Grand Blue skins are worth it. It's a good thing that Gramblue has. It's actually well monetized.
Yeah. But yeah, Genshin, we'll see. We're on the anniversary, and probably a lot of things will come.
Hmm.
But we'll
Maybe.
see. It's a bit trashy that what they've done with Kokomi, though.
Hmm.
They
I
put
have no idea what they
Kokomi.
did though.
They put Kokomi on the second banner because it coincides with the anniversary, and people will waste on the Kokomi on the Raiden first.
Right.
So the order should be first first Kokomi and then Raiden and Sara, because you know.
And making me wait even more for Sarah. And I don't know.
You know what I mean, right? So first we supposedly meet Kokomi now in the story, right?
That's true though. The order is kinda strange story-wise.
Because they wanted to ensure, because people have more hype for Raiden than for Kokomi, so people actually wanted to, like, you know, if you wait for the anniversary, of course you're gonna get Raiden, right? Because they're gonna give stuff, of course. But if you put Raiden first, you waste all your money on Raiden and Sara, because it's a double banner of new characters, which by the way complement really well. So people is definitely gonna go for that banner. And then you go into the anniversary with Kokomi, and you actually want Kokomi too, and you are like, oh, with the things they give us in the anniversary, I could get Kokomi. Bam. That's how they get you. That's why they don't wanted to put Raiden Shogun second, even if it makes more sense. Hi Isabella, what's up?
Yoko, hello, welcome. We have just finished assigning D&D classes to everyone. But yeah, I'll let you scroll along the entire file. Look at that.
Yeah,
that is a lot of characters.
That is a lot of characters. We're gonna post this on Twitter. Do I post this on my Twitter?
Yeah, hold on. I need to change some settings.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think it's better if I put this on Twitter, so people can come and criticize or decision making.
Everyone is free to you know tell us their opinions and if they would change some classes, and I don't know, yell at us for I don't know, making some characters clerics.
Oh, tu acceso ha caducado.
It's a thing about D&D. Wait, I'm sorry.
Oh, now I'm in only writing.
Yeah. Oh. Now you're in only writing.
What have you done, child? Oh, right. We need to share. Settings. We need to share the right.
Yep.
Right. We need to share it, of course.
Here's the spreadsheet. There you go. So, yeah, that's it basically.
Yeah.
The conclusion is that in Dungeons and Dragons, it's true there's a lot of stereotype. Like, people, when they think about some classes, they think about they are a certain way, but this is the truth of Dungeons and Dragons. A character who didn't look like a cleric at all could be a cleric.
Yeah.
And same with paladins and bards. Bards as well. I think people are gonna yell at us for making some characters bards.
No.
Making Ning Wang a bard.
What else are you gonna make her? She's not a sorcerer. She's a caster, but she's not a wizard. So what? There's not a nerd wizard.
Nerd wizard. Earth wizard.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. But yeah, this was all.
This is all. Yes. Now you have a stream right now, right?
Yep. Gonna have to go prepare.
Nice.
Gonna be playing Pokemon.
In 30 minutes? 20 minutes?
Yep, 20 minutes.
Nice. I'll try to be there, but I need to go eat something now, so...
Yeah.
I'll come back later.
But thank you for having me here.
Oh no, thank you for
to talk
coming.
about D&D. Yay!
I need to start the D&D podcast at least.
Yep.
Or,
You
well,
gotta
at least
keep
the
doing more
streams.
D&D content.
Yeah, someday I'll get famous doing D&D content. Yay.
You can do it. Don't give up. Never give up.
Never give up.
But this was fun. It's always fun to try to see what classes characters from series and games could be. So yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Now you know what to play as in D&D if you want a character like some of your Genshin favorites. So there you have it.
There you have it, guys. I'll post this on Twitter on a link. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for coming, all of you. So yeah, we'll put this on my Twitter, and so you can come and criticize us and say whatever you want. Throw rock at us, you know.
Yeah.
All that
Throw
good,
rocks at us.
all that good stuff.
Stone sorcerers.
Stone sorcerers come for us. We're ready. Anyway, we're gonna end it here. So
yeah, thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you all for coming. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye bye.